Osceola, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Mark Bleckman. I'm a circuit court judge. We're here this morning for initial appearances. The purpose for initial appearance is for me to review the documents that brought you before me this morning to determine if there is probable cause to have arrested you and for me to set a bond in the case. I'm going to call each case in the order they have been given to me. There's somebody back there who won't be able to come forward, but I'll deal with that when that name is called. And then when your name is called, if you will come up to the microphone and announce your name. The first case I have is Daniel Acla.
Your Honor, would you be inclined to take off Mr. Chester Webb first?
And at the lectern right there, what is your name, please?
Jonathan Moreno, PTR.
I cannot hear.
Jonathan Moreno, PTR.
Okay, thank you. And ma'am, what is your name?
Azalea Romero-Sanchez, Assistant Public Defender.
Boy, I hope other people can hear that because I can't. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
I can hear you now.
Azalea Romero-Sanchez, Assistant Public Defender.
Wouldn't that be a great line for like a cellular network or something? And also on behalf of the state in the courtroom is? I guess the state's down there, right? You.
Sorry, Your Honor. Lindsay Card for the state.
Work with me here, okay. Okay, so if Daniel Acla. Your name, please?
Daniel Ackley.
Good morning. You've been arrested on a warrant in case number 20 CF 2111. Currently, there's no bond on that warrant that was issued. And is there a request I appoint the Office of the Public Defender on a temporary basis, sir?
Yes, sir.
I will do so. Thank you.
Your Honor, looking at the arrest warrant, it says it's zero bond until IAs. We've been asking if we can set a reasonable bond.
I see that as well, but I have no facts to set a bond. Normally, I'm provided facts where I can use my 40 years of experience and set a bond, but I've got no facts, so I can't do that for you. Otherwise, I would.
Your Honor, would you be inclined to reset it for tomorrow to see if we can give him a reasonable bond?
I will set it for, I'm trying to see where the warrant is out of. Osceola, and he's in Osceola. So you all should have that.
They didn't send it to me. I wish I could.
Yeah, PTR is letting me know he can send you the arrest affidavit right now.
Well, there is a warrant, no bond is set, and I don't have any information. And so if, since I've appointed the Office of the PD, if they want to set a motion to reduce bond, if you want to set a motion, you can do so since he's already in Osceola County. Next case is Justin Barrios Perez.
For the record, Mr. Aquila is also out on probation in Osceola County.
I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Your Honor, can you hear me now?
I heard noises, that's why I know you're speaking, but I cannot distinguish the words you're saying.
Can you hear me now? I
can hear you now.
Okay. Mr. Aquila is out on probation in Osceola County in 2019, MM2692.
I see that out on, and there's a hearing set October 23rd, 2020.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know when the alleged aggravated battery occurred in relation to when he was released on probation.
Your Honor, it occurred on July 15th of 2019.
Which is July 15th, the probation or this new case?
Yes, the case that he's on probation.
Okay. On this case, I'm setting no bond, so it's not a problem. And he's got a status hearing before Judge Ansevich on October 23rd. And so if the prosecutor in that division, since there's a prosecutor here and she can notify that prosecutor, wants to do a motion to revoke the probation, they can do so.
So you taking no action on it?
No action.
Okay.
Thank you. Justin Barrios Perez. Tell me your name.
Justin Powers.
You're being held on a warrant for a misdemeanor battery with no bond. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you at this point, and I have no facts other than the warrant to be able to reduce the bond. Otherwise, I would. Thank you. Omar Cruz Pena. Tell me your name, please. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Same situation. You're arrested on a warrant for a misdemeanor battery. Bond is set at 0, and I have no facts. Otherwise, I would set a bond on this case. I will go ahead and appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Next is Barbara Diaz-Moreno. Tell me your name, please.
Hello, good morning.
Say it one more time for me.
Requires the services of a Spanish interpreter.
She need a Spanish interpreter.
I need a Spanish interpreter. You heard that? Okay, let's try to get a Spanish interpreter. While we're waiting for the
Your Honor,
Spanish...
the Spanish interpreter is present.
Oh, perfect, okay.
Yes, Your Honor, and for the record, Rafael Barrera, State Certified Court Interpreter.
Thank you. ¿Cómo se llamas? What is your name?
¿Cómo se llama usted?
Bárbara Díaz.
Barbara Diaz.
Ms. Diaz, you've been arrested on a misdemeanor battery. There was no bond set. Does she qualify for pretrial release in Osceola County?
Ella fue arrestada en un delito menor de agresión, no se programó fianza. Ella cumple requisitos para libertad provisional.
No, Your Honor, she does qualify for a bond with PTR, however, she does not qualify for a direct PTR.
Sí, su señoría, ella cumple requisitos para libertad provisional con fianza, pero no libertad provisional sola.
Would you interpret that in English for me, since I didn't hear it?
She does not qualify for straight PTR, but she qualifies with PTR with a bond.
Okay. I'll set bond in the amount of $200 with... Have we heard from the victim in the case, the alleged victim?
Vamos a programar la fianza en $200. Tenemos información sobre la víctima. Hemos hablado con la víctima.
Your Honor, we did make contact with the victim, and the victim does want to have contact and for her to return home.
Perfect. Then,
Su señoría, hemos tenido contacto con la víctima. La víctima desea tener contacto con ella y quiere que regrese al hogar.
thank you for that information. And a condition of your release is going to be no contact with the victim and not return to the location where this occurred. Thank you, ma'am.
Muchas gracias por esa información. Como condición, no puede regresar al lugar de los acontecimientos y no puede tener contacto con la víctima. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, interpreter. Next
Welcome,
case,
Your Honor.
Catherine Din. Good morning. Please tell me your name.
Catherine Din.
Ma'am, you've been arrested on a charge of petty theft. Bond is set at $250. There is probable cause for that. Actually, it's a warrant, so probable cause is already found. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Thank you. Is there a John Doe in the audience?
Your Honor, we asked for that to get reset. He's in quarantine.
He's in quarantine. Okay, so I've been instructed not to reset people in quarantine, but to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. And so I will appoint the office of the public defender. Do you wish to waive his presence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. His presence being waived, I will find probable cause. And I'm going to order pretrial release because all I really care about is finding out what his name is. I don't want to keep a no bond on this type of charge. But pretrial release would require that they know his name before they release him. So I'll do an alternative.
He does not qualify for PTR.
I'm sorry, I cannot understand you.
It should be on the next page that show his name. They did it.
Your Honor, he doesn't qualify for PTR.
Oh, on the next page?
Keep going to the thing. of- Yes, right there. They found him as William.
So we have his name.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then I will set a bond of $500. Thank you. The next case I have is J. Justin.
Your Honor, we'd like to waive the reading of the charges.
Okay. Tell me your name, please. Tell me your name, please.
J. Justin.
Good morning. You've been arrested. I find that there's probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $10,000 with a special condition you have no contact with the alleged victim and that you not return to the location. I will revoke your bond, having found probable cause in this new case. In case number 2020 MM1351, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, I own the location of the where the place is at.
Let me find that for you. Thank you for asking.
That you revoke, you said at a no bond.
Yes. Yes. $2921 Lakeshore Boulevard.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you again. Thank you for asking. Next case is Angel or Angel Ortiz Serrano. ¿Hablas inglés?
Sí.
Please tell me your name.
Angel Ortiz.
Sir, you've been arrested on a charge of child abuse without great bodily harm. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'll set bonding the amount of $1,000 and appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case is John Ethan Reed. So is this a warrant, this case? I can't quite figure this out.
I got my mask on. You
I want you to be comfortable here. I don't want you to say, hey, that's what you do.
Your Honor, they're getting him now. They didn't get him this morning.
I'm sorry, say that again?
They're getting him right now. They didn't get him this morning. Can we get this recalled?
As in recalled tomorrow or recalled when?
Recalled later. Just they're just bringing him down now.
Okay.
But it's a warrant for myself.
So it's a warrant for Osceola.
Um,
And the bond is $10,000.
yes, for, Field yes,
Okay. Delta stop.
Field and obey officer by to stop and
10,000?
it's up to you, Ted. You can.
Damn, remind me not to go to Osceola County. Okay, next case I have is Alexis Tukes. Tell me your name, please.
Alexis Tukes.
Ma'am, you've been arrested for grand theft auto. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'll set bond at the amount of $2,500, and I will appoint the office of the public defender. Thank you. Chester Webb.
Your Honor, I would like to waive the reading of the underlying charge.
Okay. I show it's a violation.
Violation of probation,
Yeah. Okay, sir, please tell me your name.
Say your name.
Chester L. Webb, W-E-B-B.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. My name is Mark Bleckman, and in reviewing the paperwork, you're charged with violation of probation. There's no bond in that case. I will go ahead and appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this case.
Your Honor, he's having a hard time hearing you right now.
Would you let him know that he's being held on a violation of probation or community control, and there's no bond on that case?
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
He says that you can do a bond in this case.
Is there any way that I can get a bond, sir?
Not today.
Ex-wife will be
I've
responsible for
I've
me.
appointed an attorney to represent you, and that attorney can file a motion for bond.
Put your names up.
Next case I have is Thomas Wilkes. I see that. That one I
Thomas
highlighted.
Wilkes.
I didn't know why it was out of county if it was in Osceola, when they were in Osceola line. I was confused by that.
Your Honor, we'd like to waive the reading of the underlying charge.
Well, I'll let you do that since I don't know what it is. Mr. Wilkes, will you come forward to the microphone? Yeah, there you go. Tell me your name.
Thomas Wilkes.
Sir, you've been arrested on a warrant out of Volusia County. There's no bond in that case. Looks like it's a 2011 case. What we're going to do is we're going to reach out to Volusia County on Monday and find out if they still want you, if they're going to come and get you, or if we can set a bond in the case here. So we'll be active in trying to move this case forward, just so you know that. Thank you.
If they still want me,
I'm sorry?
I was drinking and smoking pot, and I shot a girl up there and stabbed her in the tip.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The
Your
next
Honor,
case,
Was the public defender provisionally appointed for Mr. Wilkes?
I'll do that. There's no harm in doing that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll do that. Next, I have a reset on Carlos Juan Ortiz. Is he with us today?
He's in detox, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
He's in detox, Your Honor.
Okay, still, okay. Judge Madrigal sent that for today. I'll reset that for Monday and let Judge Madrigal have him back. Next, I have, in the last case I have, maybe, nope, not, is Landon Sparks.
He's in quarantine, Your Honor.
Okay, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Would you waive his presence, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Having heard that his presence is waived, I will find probable cause. Bond in the burglary is $2,500. In the petty theft, 2 or more prior convictions is $1,000. Thank you.
Your Honor, will you be taking any action on his out-on bond case?
Would you repeat that for me?
Will you be taking any action on his out-on bond case?
I don't have, let's see, I don't have that information.
He's currently out on bond in
Give-
Osceola in 2019 CF 4237, and he's currently out on ROR status in 20 MM 1639.
Okay, let me look at the face sheet here. Justin. I don't have a Sparks face sheet. That's the problem. John Reed, Tukes. I don't have the Sparks sheet here. We'll let somebody with emerald green fingernail polish see if she can find it. No kidding, okay. I'm glad you double checked. So I cannot understand what you're saying. Either it's my age or it's the microphone system, but I believe you said he's out on probation on 2 other cases. What are the cases? What's the case number?
Your Honor, he is, since you might be able to hear me a little bit better, he is out on bond in Osceola case number 2019 CF 4237. And bond was issued in that case, it looks like in April of 2020. He is also out on bond in case number 20 MM 1639, also Osceola County. He was released on August 12th in that case. Can I provide you with any additional information?
Nope.
Okay.
He's no longer out on bond on those cases.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond is revoked, and I'll set bond at none. Next case is Jessie Dale Weimer.
Your Honor, he's in quarantine as well.
Okay. It said detox and to reset when available. That's what Judge Madrigal wanted to do, so I'll reset it from Monday. And then the only case I have left is Mr. Reed.
Thank you.
Mr. Reed here?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Okay.
He just showed up, Your Honor.
Perfect. Okay, so state. Tell me about, first of all, Mr. Reed, tell me your name, please.
John Ethan Reed.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. State, educate me on this. I'm trying to make light of this. It appears as though there's a warrant. It says out of county in case number 2020 CF 2098, and the bond is set at $10,000 for failure to obey a law enforcement officer.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's
So I
it?
see the warrant. It appears maybe there's an additional new law charge from the execution of the warrant for
I don't
failure
have-
to obey law enforcement officer.
Yes.
But state would ask for a 24-hour reset in order to obtain more information from the trooper who wrote this report.
Okay.
State is unable to make a PC argument at this time.
So, Mr. Reed, apparently I'm not the only one who's confounded by this report and trying to make heads or tails out of it. So rather than just hold you indefinitely on a $10,000 bond, I'm going to reset this for tomorrow, and I'll visit with you tomorrow. I'll be here, and the state will have 24 hours to try to enlighten me on why you're going to come see me again tomorrow. And so,
I actually have paperwork in my cell. The police was trying to give me the paperwork, but not trying to give me a new charge. He was trying to, I guess, issue the warrant, but not give me a charge on top of it. So that's what he was trying to do. He kept asking he had 2 backup officers. He kept asking him, how did I do this without getting him in more trouble? So that's what it was all about.
to your knowledge, is there an out-of-county warrant with a $10,000 bond?
From what I hear, the officer told me the reason that it's so high, he said that usually for the crime itself is only like a $5,000 bond. He said the reason that mine is so high is because my license is out of state.
Okay. Let me visit with you tomorrow. Let me get some sworn paperwork, and if not, I can take the action I need to assist you. It does indicate that you qualified for pretrial release, which is interesting. Let me visit with you tomorrow, and hopefully the state can enlighten me. Thank you. And I believe that concludes Osceola for today. Osceola, I'll see you tomorrow at 10:15.
Your Honor, if the interpreter can request before we disconnect with Osceola, if they may have a case number for the individual who needed the assistance of the interpreter, or if
Okay.
your honor has it, whoever has the information.
Yes.
We don't have the case number, it will have to be,
No case number?
No.
Nope, can't give it to you.
Osceola doesn't have it as well either?
no, it's a new.
We're talking about Barbara Diaz.
Correct. If you don't have it handy, that's fine. I just was wondering just in case.
Yeah.
Let me double check. PTR is telling me there's no case number.
Not a problem. Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank, my pleasure, thank you. So I'm going to press end call. I'm going to,
Mr. Reed, he didn't have PC, he didn't stay 24 hours, but his bond stayed.
yeah,
Okay.
at 10,000.
Will he come back tomorrow?
Okay. Now, do you want me to hang on to this until tomorrow? I can trust you with this?
They're gonna say you smart.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
They'll say it to you again. But you know, if you want to, you know,
I don't want to keep them.
I'm gonna just put it right here.
You can have these, I made these for you. And then I've got some Espanol cases here. And I've got a bunch of face sheets here. Somebody's been working hard. Okay. Am I all set here? I press BRC. So we're good? Okay.
Just needed the pen for her name.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Buenos días, caballero. Por favor, dígame su nombre.
José Cárdenas.
Jose Cardenas.
Sir, you have been arrested on the charge of battery and aggravated assault with a firearm.
Señor, usted ha sido arrestado por agresión y agresión agravada con un arma de fuego.
There is probable cause for your arrest.
Existe motivo fundado para su arresto.
Currently, you have no bond, but I'm going to set bond in this case.
Actualmente usted no tiene fianza, pero le voy a programar fianza en este caso.
In count one, $1,000, and count two, $5,000.
En el primer cargo, $1,000. En el segundo cargo, $5,000.
Condition of your bond is no contact with the victim
Condiciones de su libertad serán: no se le permite contacto con la víctima
and no return to the location where this happened.
y no puede regresar al lugar de los acontecimientos.
I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you.
Le voy a asignar las oficinas al defensor público para que los representen.
Good luck, sir.
Buena suerte, caballero.
Oh, and for the record, state would also ask for no weapons or firearms as a condition of bond.
Y la fiscalía está pidiendo para que conste que no se le permita portar armas de fuego, armas blancas.
Excuse me, Your Honor. They're having issues with hearing what we're saying.
Me too.
So we have to let them know, like when to put the victim in, because they can't, for some reason, all week, they've been able, they can't.
Okay, so I'll call the case and give you all a chance to say, is anybody here on that case? In the meantime, good morning, ma'am. You speak English?
No.
Okay. Please tell me your name.
Por favor, dígame su nombre.
Michelle Pérez.
Señora, alce la voz, hable bien alto para que se le escuche, por favor.
Michelle Pérez.
Michelle Perez.
Ms. Perez, would you raise your right hand?
Señorita Pérez, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Usted jura decir la verdad, toda la verdad y solamente la verdad?
No juro.
I swear.
Thank you. Now that you're under oath, please tell me your name one more time.
Ahora que está bajo juramento, por favor, repítame su nombre una vez más.
Michelle Pérez.
Michelle Perez.
Are you concerned for your well-being or safety if Mr. Cardenas Canales is released?
¿Usted tiene alguna inquietud sobre su bienestar o seguridad si le dan libertad al señor Cárdenas Canales?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, I'm about to make a condition of his bond
Como condición de la fianza de él,
that he have no contact with you
no le voy a permitir contacto con usted
and that he not return to the location where this happened.
y no se le va a permitir que él regrese al lugar de los acontecimientos.
I'm also going to add that he not possess any weapons or firearms while he's out on bond.
Y también una condición que mientras que esté libre bajo fianza no se le permite portar armas blancas o armas de fuego.
That's the best I can do to protect you at this time.
Es lo mejor que puedo hacer en este momento para protegerla.
You understand?
¿Me entiende? Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Perez.
Gracias, señorita Pérez.
Gracias a usted.
Todo es, that's all.
Eso es todo.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Okay. And we're ready now for Alfredo.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
do you have, or does your clerk have case numbers for the folks that are here?
Yes, that was case number 2020 CF 11012.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, please tell me your name.
Caballero, por favor, dígame su nombre.
Alfredo Loaiza González.
Clarification. Alfredo, ¿y el segundo nombre?
Loaiza.
Alfredo Loaiza González.
Sir, you've been charged with aggravated assault with a weapon and battery.
Señor, usted le acusan de agresión agravada con un arma y agresión.
There is probable cause for your arrest.
Existe motivo fundado para su arresto.
You're also out on bond in a misdemeanor no valid driver's license case.
Y usted también estaba libre bajo fianza en un caso de delito menor de no portar licencia válida de conducir.
Ma'am, do you speak English?
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand. Your other right hand.
Oh, sorry.
I used to teach martial arts and I love doing that. Thank you for doing that. Honestly, thank you. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Put your hand down. Would you take your mask off so I can hear you better? Thank you very much. Please tell me your name.
Veronica Singleton.
And I'm about to set bond in this case. Currently, there's no bond, but I want to hear from you. Are you concerned about your safety?
Voy a programar fianza en este caso. Actualmente no hay fianza. ¿Usted tiene alguna preocupación sobre su seguridad?
And you said yes, correct, ma'am? Okay.
Sí.
So I'm going to set bond in the amount of $2,500 in count one, $1,000 in count two. I'm going to order that he have no contact with you and that he not return to the location where this happened.
Le voy a programar una fianza de $2,500 en el primer cargo, $1,000 en el segundo cargo y voy a ordenar que no tenga contacto con usted y que no regrese al lugar de los acontecimientos.
At this time, that's the best I can do to protect you. Do you understand?
Este momento es lo único que puedo hacer para protegerle. ¿Usted entiende?
Thank you for coming down this morning.
Gracias por presentarse, señora.
Madam Clerk, I'll take no action on the no valid driver's license case.
No vamos a tomar acciones en el caso de no portar licencia válida de conducir.
Your Honor, State would again ask for no weapons or firearms in this case.
And
Y de nuevo la Fiscalía pide que no porte armas de fuego o armas blancas.
And I'll add a condition of no weapons and no firearms.
Y agregamos condición de que no porte armas de fuego o armas blancas.
Cesar Val Perez.
Your Honor, was the public defender appointed for Mr. Gonzalez?
Not yet. I will appoint the office of the public defender.
Se le asignan las oficinas al defensor público.
Right.
And Your Honor, if the interpreter may have a case number for Mr. Gonzalez, please.
2020 CF 10999.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk.
Okay, next we have Cesar Val Perez.
Bonded, Your Honor.
Bonded. What a good person. The next person I have is Francisco Santos Castro.
He also bonded.
What a good person. The next person I have is Tammy Wheeler.
That's it on Spanish.
That's it for Spanish?
Yeah.
And the interpreter be excused, Your Honor?
Unless you want to stay.
As much as I would love to, my wife would not be very happy about
Really?
that.
Even if she knew you were going to hang out with me all morning? Okay. Thank you for coming. Well,
You're welcome, Your
I'll
Honor.
see
You have a good
tomorrow.
morning.
Will I see you tomorrow?
No, sir, I will not be here tomorrow.
Have a nice weekend.
You as well.
Okay. Good morning, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Tammy Wheeler.
Ma'am, you've been arrested on a charge of sexual battery on a child between the ages of 12 and 17 by a person over the age of 18 and sexual act with a 16 or 17-year-old child. There is probable cause for your arrest. Currently, there's no bond. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $2,500 on each count, and a condition is you have no contact with the alleged victim and his family, and that you not return to the location where this occurred. And I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you, ma'am. Next case I have is Jody Hunter Thompson.
Hello, Your Honor.
Are you Jody Hunter Thompson?
Yes, I am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You've been arrested on trespass on property after warning. There's probable cause for your arrest. Bond is $500. I will go ahead and appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you. What case are you here on?
So I'm here on David Carrera.
Okay.
David Juan Carrera.
Can they call him out of order there, or are you comfortable waiting until he just comes up?
He's in the holding cell, so I already talked to him.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. And please tell me your name.
Thomas Gregory Walker.
Mr. Walker, you've been arrested on out-of-county warrants from far-flung Seminole County. There's no bond on those warrants. Were you going to have a judge call Seminole County on Monday and see whether or not they will come get you, or if they'll give us authority to set a bond in your case, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I'll point to PD, just to keep finger on the pulse of it. Next, I have James Holly.
He's on the way, Your Honor.
Thank you. From where?
Right here.
I'm sorry, Judge, did the defense put her name on record? Did the defense, she put her name on record?
No, she didn't.
Because the court reporter keep calling me.
Okay. Are you Miss Lamphere?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, would you announce your name for the court reporter?
Kayla Lamphere, Public Defender's Office.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Tell me your name, please.
James Holly.
Sir, you've been charged with violation of probation. There's probable cause for that charge. There's no bond in this case. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender so they can do a motion for bond for you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, he has reporting requirements.
He has a reporting requirement?
Yes, Your Honor, he has to report to the local DMV and Sheriff's Office. Due to his designation status, it has to be announced on the record.
But he's on a no bond, so it's really, he can't get out.
It's for whenever he is released.
That'll be a condition of his bond when that judge sets it. But if a bond is set, there's a requirement that you report within 24 hours. Is that what you want me to say? Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, tell me your name, please.
My name is John Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan.
Sir, you've been arrested on a charge of criminal mischief. There is probable cause for your arrest. Bond is $500. I'm going to add a condition to that you have no contact with the alleged victim, you not return to the location where this occurred, and I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Thank you. Want me to turn it upside down or something? Okay. Tell me your name, please.
Jamel Kenyatta Walker.
Did you say Jermel Walker?
Yes.
Okay,
Jamel.
didn't hear you through that mask. Good morning.
Oh, Jamel Kenyatta.
That's my fault. Good morning.
Good morning.
You've been charged with possession of methylene dioxymethamphetamine. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to reduce the bond to $1,000 in this case. It was $1,500. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Good luck to you. Tell me your name, please.
Swain, Tyrone, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Swain.
Good morning, sir.
You're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and resisting an officer without violence. There is probable cause for each of those arrests. Bond is $500 on the paraphernalia and $100 on the resisting without violence. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. In case number 2017 CF 5668, you're out on bond for burglary of a dwelling, grand theft, criminal mischief. I'm going to revoke the bond. Bond will be $0. In case number 2019 CF 6215, you're out on bond of burglary of a dwelling, petty theft, criminal mischief. I'm going to revoke the bonds and set it at none. And in case number 2020 CF 1758, burglary of a conveyance and petty theft, you're out on bond on those cases. I will revoke those bonds and set bond at none as well. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to continue to represent you. It looks like Daniel Spencer is your attorney, at least in the 17 case. Do you have mental health issues?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that would explain why Daniel Spencer is contacted. Madam Public Defender, Ms. Lamphere, would you contact Mr. Spencer so that he can take appropriate action with Mr. Swain?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
What
Good
you mean by
luck,
revoke the bond?
Judge, he out on another case.
On one more?
2014, CF 15544.
Okay.
You don't have that, I mean, they just did it as an add-on.
I'll revoke the bond on that, set it at none, and again, ask the Office of the Public Defender to reach out to Mr. Spencer so he can get a hold of this case and take care of it for you. Thank you. I have Timothy Dackel. Okay, sir, the inmate, tell me your name first.
David Wong Carreras.
Okay. Carrera. Got it. It's okay. David Juan Carreras?
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
And you're represented this morning by?
Joseph Flynn on behalf of Mr. Juan Carreras.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I reviewed the arrest report. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'm prepared to set bond. And there's a young lady in the window there. Ma'am, do you speak English?
Yes.
Okay. Would you take the mask off so I can hear you better? Thank you very much. Please tell me your name.
Jennifer Wong.
And please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. Please tell me your name now that you're under oath, ma'am.
Jennifer Wong.
Okay. State, do you have any questions for Ms. Wong?
Not at this time, Your Honor. Do you ask me if I had questions? No, I don't. Thank you,
don't?
Your Honor.
May I inquire, Your Honor?
Yes, I'm definitely going to let you inquire.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
ask the question then. Ma'am, are you in fear for your safety?
No. No, I am not.
So if I ordered no hostile contact, you would feel comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What questions do you have?
Your Honor, you asked my questions for me.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
You came all the way down, got all dressed up, and I took your question.
It's okay. I haven't worn a suit in a while, so.
Okay. Okay. So I'm having found probable cause, I'm going to set bond in the amount of $500, order no hostile contact. And
He does qualify for pretrial release, Your Honor.
Miss, would you prefer pretrial release or a $500 bond?
Your Honor, I'll leave it in the discretion.
I know what I would prefer for my client, but I'll let you make that decision.
Your Honor, we're going to ask to keep the bond and go from there.
At $500?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you have a business card you can leave with Madam Clerk?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
So it was
Oh, I got one.
500, no hostile contact. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Yes. Good luck, Mr. Carreras. Thank you very much. Good seeing you.
And Judge, before we go to the next one, Osceola said if they send you the warrant of the people that you have, be setting up for tomorrow.
But I called everybody I had.
Right, you remember the ones that you didn't have the warrant for and you sent them one at none?
Oh.
So,
Yes, I'll do it tomorrow.
okay, so I let you know what it is.
Okay.
So I'm just them to send me the warrant so
Yes.
I can keep them. Okay, I got you. And we'll reset it for tomorrow.
And they're good. Keep them till tomorrow.
Yes, I promise.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Okay, gentleman in the blue single outfit. What's your
Yes,
name?
sir. Gary Lee Williams, sir.
Okay. What happened to Timothy Dackel?
This is out of order, Judge.
Okay. Give me a second, Mr. Williams, to find you, okay?
Yes, sir.
He felony a DB, what is the charge?
He's under the reset.
Resets? Oh, bring them back.
You should have come on a day when we didn't have so many cases. I would have found you sooner. So the resets are all the way at the end?
Almost to the end. After the out of county.
Page 103, Judge.
We don't have.
Oh.
That doesn't help.
No, sorry.
said Williams, correct?
Yes, sir. Gary, G-A-R-Y Williams.
We're going to let somebody with emerald green fingernails look. Yay. Thank you. Okay, you're represented this morning by?
Judge Richard Parker on behalf of Mr. Gary Williams. Good morning.
Good morning. How have you been?
I haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to see you.
I've been gone for I was banished for 3 years.
I've been trying to advocate for your return to the criminal bench, but perhaps next year.
It worked.
Oh, they let you?
January.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Williams, you are charged with possession of cocaine, attempted tampering with evidence, resisting without violence. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'm prepared to set bond in those cases. Count 1 of $500, count 2 of 100, count 3 of 100. And you're out on bond in 2019, 12728. I don't know what kind of case that is. Do you know what kind of case that is?
Judge, it's a possession with intent to sell. It's in Judge Roche's division. We've been working on it for a little while.
Okay.
I expect it'll be resolved at some point this year. We were going to ask the court if you were inclined to leave the bond as is or set an elevated bond on that case so we can get them both worked out.
Well, because the new case is in the same category of 893, I'm going to revoke the bond. I'll set the bond at none. You have Judge Calderon, so you can, Mr. Parker, set the case for a resolution that might expedite it, or set it for a bond reduction before Judge Calderon.
Is the old one's in Calderon?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, I thought it was in Roche.
Well, you know what? You're correct. I'm reading this incorrectly. The new one is with Judge Calderon, and that's
Okay.
the one where I set those bonds.
Thank you.
Okay, so it is Judge Roche.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Yes, I reduced count 1 to 500. The others remain the same. Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Timothy Mark Dakel.
Mr. Dakel, you've been charged with battery by strangulation and domestic violence battery. Are there any individuals out there for the case? Nope. Okay. There is probable cause for your arrest. Currently, you have no bond. I'm going to set bond in count 1 in the amount of $1,000, count 2 $500. Order that you have no contact with the alleged victim, you not return to the location, and you not possess any firearms or weapons. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Thank you, sir.
How much is that? You said 500 for one and 1,000 for the other. So how much 10% would be for both?
1,000 on count 1 and 500 on count 2.
So 10% would be
It'll be $200.
200?
Well, did they charge just a flat 10%?
I don't.
If they charge a
It's
full
10% of
10%,
each
that's $150.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Step on up. Tell me your name, please.
Hello, my name is Caitlin Dunn.
Ms. Dunn, you've been arrested on a charge of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic violence. There is probable cause for your arrest. Is there anybody here on Ms. Dunn's case? Nobody here. I will go ahead and set bond in the amount of $500 in your case. I will order that you have no contact with the alleged victim, you not return to the location where this occurred, and you not possess any weapons while you're out on bond. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Good luck.
Your Honor, for the record, she does qualify for pretrial release.
Is it signature or is
Then
it?
I'll order pretrial release in lieu of the bond.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was printed.
So ma'am, there's no financial bond. Pretrial release will interview you and you'll be released, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good luck. Ms. Huntley, is that you?
Yes.
Tell me your name, please.
Chiquita Huntley.
Ma'am, you've been arrested for aggravated battery with a motor vehicle. There is probable cause for your arrest. Are there any victims here in that case? Seeing nobody, I will set bond. Currently, there's no bond. I'll set bond in the amount of $1,000. Order that you have no contact with the alleged victim while this case is pending. And I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, she qualifies as well.
So, Ms. Huntley, I'm going
Yes,
to do
sir.
away with the $1,000 release. I'm going to order pretrial release, so they'll interview you and you'll be released without any monetary obligation, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. Yes, no, I just said no contact. Yeah,
Just no contact?
no contact. Okay. Step on up. Please tell me your name.
Tia Jackson.
Ms. Jackson, good morning. You've been arrested on a charge of aggravated battery and misdemeanor battery. There is probable cause for your arrest. Are there any victims here on that case? Having heard from nobody, I will go ahead and set bond in your case. It's currently 0. I'll set bond in the amount of $1,000 on count 1.
I can't get no
100 on count-
R&R?
Pardon me?
I can get R&R. No R&R.
I heard you. I'm speaking. Thank you. $1,000 in count 1, $100 in count 2, and you have no contact with the victim. Does she qualify?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll order pretrial release. So different than ROR, but there still be a condition that you have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Thank you.
Your Honor, state would ask for no weapons or firearms in this case also.
I will order as a condition no weapons or firearms.
So it's just straight pretrial release.
Just straight pretrial release. So no monetary obligation. The bondsman won't be happy. Okay, next case. Are you Pamela Patterson?
Yes, sir, I am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Does she qualify before I go on?
She qualifies, Your Honor.
She does, okay. Ma'am, you've been arrested on a charge of aggravated assault with a motor vehicle and battery. Are there any victims here on that case or witnesses? There are none. I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case with the condition that you have no contact with the alleged victim while this case is pending.
Yes, sir.
And we'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Good luck, ma'am.
Judge, they had other condition of return to the scene and no weapons and no firearm.
Oh, okay.
On this one?
On the warrant.
On the warrant? Well, those conditions will remain then. So the warrant said no contact, no weapons, no firearms, and no return. That was on the original warrant.
Yeah, we always say, pretrial release, supervised weekly check-ins, do not contact with the victim, no weapons, no firearms.
Correct.
No return.
Okay, got it. So I'm adding no weapons, no firearms, and no return.
And do you want
I'm not doing the weekly check-in.
No weekly
Pretrial
check-in.
release is good with that. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
And Your Honor, that was straight PTR?
That was who?
Straight PTR, no monetary?
Correct.
Thank you.
Put your hands to your side.
Tell me your name, please.
Hi, my name is Ashana Taylor.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it was just straight PTR, the weekly check-in, he's just deleting that.
Okay, so the conditions that I have, Judge, are no contact, no weapons or firearms, and no return with straight PTR. Is that correct, Your
Yes,
Honor?
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for verifying that. Ms. Taylor, you've been arrested on a charge of aggravated assault. Are there any witnesses or victims here on that case? Seeing nobody, there is probable cause for your arrest. Does she qualify?
She does not, Your Honor.
I will set bond in the amount of $500. Currently, you have no bond. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim during the pendency of this case. Good luck to you.
Okay, so my bond is how much?
$500.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please tell me your name.
Nikita Ward.
Ms. Ward, you've been arrested on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and domestic violence battery. Are there any witnesses or victims present? Seeing none, there is probable cause for your arrest. Does she qualify?
She does not, Your Honor.
I will set bond in count 1 in the amount of $1,000, count 2 $100, with the condition you have no contact with the alleged victim, you not return to the location where this occurred, that you not possess any weapons or firearms while you're out on bond. And I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Thank you. Good morning, sir.
My mother's here?
Please,
Oh, him.
please tell me your name.
My name is Wade Eric Eubanks, sir.
Sir, you've been arrested on a charge of domestic violence battery, and there is a person here. Ma'am, would you raise your, do you speak English?
Bobby.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Perfect. Raise your hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please put your hand down. Now that you're under oath, please tell me your name.
Bobby Pugh.
Sorry. And you are listed as the alleged victim in this case, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm about to set bond with certain conditions, and so I'm concerned about your well-being. Are you concerned for your well-being if I release him on a bond?
No.
So if I have no hostile contact, you feel safe with that?
Yes.
Okay. And I will appoint the office of the public defender. Thank you, ma'am. You can stay there for the rest of this. I will go ahead and set bond in the amount of $500 with the condition that you have no hostile contact. You're out on bond in case number 20 CF 5558, burglary of a dwelling, grand theft third degree, and criminal mischief. I'll revoke those bonds and set bond at $0. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you.
To do a what now?
You were out on bond when you were arrested for this offense.
Yes, sir.
So I'm
They
revoking.
said they have no problem with the bonds, the bondsman agency. I didn't, so I got stabbed in the leg. I didn't even hurt anybody.
Well, the bondsman may not have a problem with it, but the Florida statutes have a problem with it.
Can I rebond or get a bond hearing? I mean,
You can get a bond hearing. I've appointed the office of the public defender. Actually, in this case, do you have an attorney on the burglary case?
yes, I do. It's set for trial, sir.
Okay, well, that attorney you need to call him or her today so they can set a bond motion and get you bonded out.
Your Honor, did we address the additional case, 2020 MM 006618?
No, I did not. I don't have that. Yes, I do. Sanitary nuisance. I didn't read that. Give me a second.
It's my mother. My mother. Oh my God.
State, do you have 386.01? A Florida statute? I can't find it in the statute books.
Your Honor, I can't see much more than what's here, and to be candid with you, I'm not sure if it's me or a county attorney.
Right. I think if it was county, it had a different number to begin with. I'm going to find no probable cause in the sanitary nuisance. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Next is Elvis Gainey.
I don't understand what's happening. I'm confused. I'm
Okay.
really confused right now.
Right.
I'm really confused.
Sir, tell me your name.
Elvis Gainey.
Sir, you've been arrested on a charge of violation of domestic violence injunction. There is probable cause for your arrest. Are there any witnesses or victims here on that case? Hearing and seeing none, I will go ahead and set bond in the amount of $1,500 with the condition that you have no contact with the alleged victim. Didn't work before, so I don't know why I'm doing it again this time. And that you not return to the location where this occurred. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, state would ask for no weapons or firearms in this case.
And a condition of no weapons and firearms. You wanted to say something, Mr. Gainey?
Yes, sir. I'm under understanding that this particular junction happened in 2017, and where I'm living at now, I've been there 3 years now. And me and my girl, we just had broke up for, just a couple of weeks. So I went back to the house. She's at work. My daughter and my stepdaughter, my son and my stepdaughter's there. So I knocked on the door, and come let me in. So they wouldn't open the door. So I called up. I said, well, I'm going to have to call the police because.
Well, according to the police report, you stated, I'm not going anywhere. You might as well open the door.
Well, I'm saying I wasn't,
You're saying you weren't aware that there was an active injunction?
right, exactly. I knew nothing about injunction. No,
And it is a 17 case.
yes. No, I need to talk to him. Hold on, I'm not signing anything.
And you were served with it on September 22nd, 2017, and it's non-expiring.
Well,
So I'd like to ask you where the confusion is, but you need to save that for your defense. So, Ms. Lampier, if I were you, I don't know that I'd let me ask that question.
Yes, Your Honor. I advised him not to
Okay.
speak about the facts.
I'm going to leave it where it is.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So I got a bond for something I don't know nothing about.
Well, I think you know something about it.
Well, I do now.
And I'm happy to talk to you about it, but I don't think your attorney wants me to because it won't help you in the long run.
Yeah, because I never knew nothing about injunction
Well, and
lasting that long.
That might be a great defense, but I don't want to submarine your defense.
$1,500. Where else supposed to get that kind of money from?
Next case, please.
I heard you, man. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the heck going on here.
Yeah, we got other people to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all let me go home and I'll be all right. Jesus Christ, I can't even go to work in that.
Step up and sit down. Get your paperwork. Let's go.
God almighty.
Tell me your name, please.
Demetrius Harmon.
Good morning, Mr. Harmon. Are there any witnesses or victims here on the Harmon case? Sir, hearing and seeing none, you've been arrested on battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause for your arrest. There's no bond now. I'm going to set bond. Does he qualify?
He qualifies for pretrial release, Your Honor.
I'm going to release you on pretrial release, so there's no monetary bond. There's a condition of pretrial release that you have no contact with the alleged victim, you not return to the location where this occurred.
So I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
But are you saying that I'm being released?
Yeah, you're going to be released into a pretrial release program, so it won't cost you any money.
Oh, okay. Because it's good too. Because I have to work today. So
They're going to come interview you and they're going to release you, okay?
All right. Thank you.
With the condition, no contact with the alleged victim and you not return to the location where this occurred, I will appoint the office of the public defender. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You have a good day. Yes, I'm on my property.
You can get it one time.
See, I'm not understanding what's actually going on. So.
Great. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell me your name.
Nikita Walker.
You've been arrested on a charge of battery, dating violence, and there's somebody in the box, sir. Would you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Please put your hand down. Tell me your name.
Joseph Patrick Mowdy.
Okay. And you're listed as the alleged victim in this case. Are you concerned for your safety or well-being if I release Miss Walker?
No, I'm not scared of Miss Walker.
Okay. Ma'am, there's probable cause for your arrest. Does she qualify?
She does, Your Honor.
I'm going to release you into the pretrial release program, so it won't cost you anything to be released. I'm going to order that you have no hostile contact. So you can have contact, you just can't have hostile contact, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please tell me your name.
James Waples.
Okay. Are there any witnesses or victims here on the Waples case? Hearing and seeing none. Sir, you've been arrested on a charge of battery, domestic violence. There's probable cause for your arrest. Does he qualify?
No, Your Honor, due to the fact that he's out on bond.
Okay, I will set bond in the amount of $500 with the condition you have no contact with the alleged victim during the course of this case. You're currently out on bond on a petty theft out of a taxi cab case in 2020 MM464. I am not going to revoke the bond on that case.
Thank you.
I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Good. Okay. Step on up. Good morning. Tell me your name, please.
Nicholas James Donato.
Okay, what happened to Wilberson Charles?
He refused.
He refused. Okay, then I will find probable cause for his arrest on count 1, bullying, count 2, resisting with violence, count 3, possession of methylene dioxymethamphetamine, because I like saying that. Count 4, resisting without. Count 5, providing false information to an officer. The bonds are $2,500, $1,000, $1,500, $500 respectively. I will revoke the bond in 2020 MM3546 and set bond at none. I will appoint the office of the public defender in a new case. Madam Clerk, anything I missed?
Nope.
Okay. And Mr. Donato, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It looks like you were arrested on a warrant where bond was set on everything except for count 1. I reviewed the police report. There is probable cause for your arrest. Actually, it's already been found, but on count 1, I'm going to set bond in the amount of $1,000. Currently, there was no bond on that count. I will appoint the office of the public defender. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he also had PTR on that. Are we leaving it with PTR?
It was with PTR? Hang on a second.
And you have to say the amount for, all the other bonds now.
Yeah, all the others remain the same. And
Get to the next page, it might be, yeah.
okay, so Judge Bain had pretrial release supervision with weekly check-ins, no contact with the victim, no return. I'll leave no contact with the victim and no return, but I'm not going to do pretrial release.
Okay, so I'm just, when you say count 1 is 1,000 and
Yes.
so I put delete.
And so I'm just deleting the pretrial release.
Okay. I read it on delete.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And count 1?
Count 1 is 1,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell me your name, please.
Crystal Lynn Evans Ryan.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Looks like you've been arrested on a warrant. The bond was set at $2,500 in count 1, $250 in count 2, and count 3. And Judge Bain added pretrial release supervision, no contact with victim, and no return. Does she qualify for pretrial release?
To my understanding, the judge just put pretrial release, not pretrial release if qualifies.
Okay.
So it's your discretion, Your Honor.
Okay, not going to require pretrial release, just the monetary bonds. I am going to leave no contact with the victim and no return. Well, the victim's police officer, except criminal mischief. I'm just going to make it the straight monetary bonds, $2,500, $250, and $250. That was set by Judge Bain. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you. What's your question?
Yeah, my question is, can I get a, I don't have the cash because my ex-boyfriend's got my child support card, so I'm not going to be able to post bond. Is there any way to do a on my own recognizance?
No.
No.
We don't do that. That's a good question.
Okay.
If you contact a bondsman,
Okay.
a certain bondsman will take a chance and let you bond out. They'll pay the money and give you a time period to pay them, and if you don't, they'll put you back in.
Okay.
So I think if you reach out to a bonds person, you may be able to get out.
But I have court this week in Ocala, so if I can't get out, then how do what happens with that?
That's a good question. Then Ocala's not going to know you're here unless you have somebody contact them and say you're here, and Marion County may or may not come get you with COVID. So if they don't come get you, you'll wait here until you bond out or resolve this case, and then after that happens, then you'll go to Marion County.
I may get another warrant because I don't get pretrial release. I may get another warrant now?
Well, you should contact Marion County and let them know where you are so you don't get that.
How am I going to do that? I have no money, officer. How can I make a phone call without any money?
I can't answer that.
Okay. So you're not going to let me have pretrial release?
I'm not going to let you have release on your own recognizance. That's what you asked me.
Okay. All right. What's his name? And your name is?
Judge Bleckman.
Judge what?
Bleckman.
Can you spell it for me?
Blechman. Step forward. Tell me your name, please.
My name is Connor Flynn.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You've been charged with reckless driving. There is probable cause for your arrest. Bond is $500. How come you haven't bonded out?
There's a second charge.
He also has a fleeing and eluding case, Your Honor.
That would explain it. Okay, I didn't see the fate charge. Give me a second to read it, okay?
Yes, sir. There you go, man.
Okay, on the second charge, it's probable cause. I'll set bond in the amount of $500,
Thank you.
and I'll appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Tell me your name, please.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. Tell me your name.
Dia Foster.
Good morning.
Morning.
You've been arrested on a warrant for failure to appear. There's a bond of $10,000 in count 1 and $2,000 in count 2. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I have not been served due process for my situation, for this above style case. I have not been heard whatsoever. I've been filing paperwork, and any other questions, you can talk to my lawyer,
Okay.
which is my father.
Okay. Has he filed a notice of appearance that he's your lawyer?
Yes.
Then
He
I
has
will-
put special appearance.
A special appearance, what is that?
That's just stating that he's my guardian, and he'll be my lawyer.
He's not your lawyer. So I will keep the public defender's office appointed since he's not apparently a lawyer or licensed to practice law in the state of Florida. And if he did, he'd be committing a crime. And I will keep the office of the public defender appointed. Thank you. Next case. Tell me your name, please.
Ian Grant.
What happened to Fusilier?
He refused, Your Honor.
He refused, okay.
Oh, okay.
On that case, then, on count 1, possession of firearm by a convicted felon, count 2, reckless display of a firearm, count 3, shooting, throwing a missile into a dwelling, structure, or vehicle, and count 4, shooting from a vehicle within 1,000 feet of a person. There is probable cause. Bonds will be set at $8,000, $1,000, $10,000, and $10,000. And in case number 2019-16819, I will go ahead and revoke the bond in the burglary of a structure, grand theft motor vehicle, burglary of a conveyance, grand theft, resisting without violence, criminal mischief with damage, and trespass, and set bonds at none in all of those counts. And appoint, I won't even appoint the office of the public defender. I will not. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so this one particular on attorney, so you got PD and this one.
Yeah. And tell me when you're ready for the next one.
Yes.
Okay. The next case is Garrett, who in count 1 is charged with shooting, throwing a missile into a dwelling, structure, vehicle. Count 2, shooting from a vehicle within 1,000 feet of a person. Count 3, accessory after the fact. Count 4, reckless driving. Count 5, fleeing and attempting to elude. Count 1, bond is $5,000. Well, I will find probable cause. Count 1 is $5,000. Count 2 is $5,000. Count 3 is $1,000. Count 4 is $250. And count 5 is $10,000. And I will appoint the office of the public defender. He's in a hospital.
Excuse me, Your Honor, he also has a violation of probation.
Gilbert?
No, Your Honor, Garrett.
Garrett, really? Okay.
We don't have any opinion.
Yeah, I was unaware of that.
Oh, it's Seminole County.
Oh, it's Seminole County?
If you, yeah, it should be the next one.
The officer did an on-view
Yeah.
violation.
Like, on view for Seminole County.
Okay, so Seminole County, a violation of probation, and there's no bond on that.
Okay,
And we'll notify Seminole County, see if they want to come get him.
okay.
And then you said Gilbert is in a hospital. Okay, give me a second. I'll appoint the office of the public defender on Mr. Gilbert's case. Do you wish to waive his presence?
Yes, Your Honor.
His presence being waived, I will find probable cause on the charge of aggravated battery. Bond is set at $3,500. In case number 2020 CF 2150, I will revoke the bond, set bond at 0. In case number 2019 CF 15877, I will revoke the bond, set bond at 0. And we up to Mr. Grant? Mr. Grant, good morning.
Morning.
Okay. Looks like you've been charged with a cornucopia of charges. In the first case, which is 2020-10-998, it's burglary of a conveyance and grand theft of a motor vehicle. There is probable cause for your arrest. In 2020, 11,000. Burglary of a conveyance and petty theft, there is probable cause for your arrest. In 2020, 11,002. Burglary of a conveyance and petty theft, there is probable cause for your arrest. In 2020, 11,001. There is probable cause for your arrest for burglary of a conveyance and grand theft third degree. And in 2020, CF 11,003, burglary of a conveyance and petty theft, there is probable cause for your arrest. In 2020, 11,004, burglary of a conveyance, petty theft, there is probable cause for your arrest. In 2020, 11,005, burglary of a conveyance and petty theft, there is probable cause for your arrest. I will set, well, bond's already set based upon the facts contained in the arrest report. Bond in the first case of 1998, I'm sorry, of 10,998 is 3,500 and 150. The next case is 11,000, 3,500 and 100. Next case 11,002 is 3,500 and 100. Next case of 11,001 is 3,500 and 150. Next case of 11,003 is 3,500 and 100. 11,004 case is 3,500 and 100. And in 11,005, 3,500 and 100. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in all of these cases, and they're in all separate divisions, so you might want to consolidate these.
Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release.
Okay. I will not permit him out on pretrial release. Thank you.
What's it? How long, like, because this is the first time I've gotten in trouble before, and, like, I don't want to get in trouble again and don't want to see myself back in the situation, like, because I have, like, a drug problem and I want to, like, help better myself. Like I don't want to see myself in this situation because it already makes me sad.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. You have to want to get help for your drug situation.
No, I do want to get help.
And being in jail is always a good motivator to get somebody to realize the seriousness of what problem they've had. And what I've done is I've appointed an attorney to represent you. So they're going to come and see you. Actually, they're not going to come and see you. I guess they're going to video see you. And with all of these cases, they're going to have to investigate the cases and see if the cases are strong enough to convict you. Consolidate them so you're not hammered if this is your first offense like you're telling me, and try to get you into a program. We have a drug court program, and these are non-violent offenses, so you may be able to get into a drug court program, which is stringent, but it might give you a chance not to ruin your life because of drugs. Because I can promise you, with these priors, if you don't get help and if you don't, I mean, you have a disease. If you don't take care of it, you're going to throw away your one shot on this planet, because I'll just warehouse you to keep you from breaking into my car when I'm at work. So, again, I've appointed an attorney. They know what they're doing. They're in court every day. They know what programs are available for you. So listen to them, and good luck to you.
Can I ask one more question, Your Honor?
Sure.
How long do you think that I'll be in jail for?
That's a good question. You're in jail until one of two things happens. One, you bond out on all of these bonds that I set, or two, your attorney does a motion to reduce bond and the bond is reduced and you're able to get out. So since I don't know how long it'll take you to pay all this money to bond out, and I don't know how long it'll take to set a bond motion, I can't answer that question. Thank you. Good morning, sir. Tell me your name, please.
James Hamilton.
Mr. Hamilton, you were charged on actually been arrested on a warrant for failure to appear. It looks like 4 separate failure to appears. There's no bond on those cases. Let me see if I can get some more information for you on this. Usually on warrants, I'm given very little information.
I know about him if you...
Yeah, I don't have any other information on it.
I've been here since August 11th. I bonded out on those charges when I first came in. So no one came to get me for court for the failure to appear.
So you were in jail when it happened?
Correct.
Okay. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to look into this and have this set aside so you're not sitting in jail on no bond.
So those charges for the failure to appear charges?
Well, right. The failure to appear charges have the no bond. I don't know what else you're here on, but obviously you're here on something else, because when you bonded out of these, you would have been released except for the other case, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So the public defender's office is going to look into that to find out that you've never been released, and therefore you never failed to appear, and set this aside. So I've appointed an attorney, and that's their job to help you with that.
Appreciate
Okay?
it.
Good luck.
All right.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please tell me your name.
Michael Ivan.
Nice haircut. Nice haircut.
Thank you.
You've been arrested for fleeing and attempting to elude with lights and sirens. Currently, there's no bond. There is probable cause. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $2,500 unless he qualifies.
Yes, Your Honor, he qualifies for the pretrial release.
Okay. I'm going to release you into the pretrial release program without a monetary obligation. And you look like you don't understand.
Yeah, I'm kind of like.
So it's a program where if they believe that you're going to show up for court, you don't have to pay any money. You have to check in every now and then. You have to have a residence where they can find you, and just make sure you show up to court.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can do that, or I'll set bond at $2,500, but
I can do that.
Most people want the pretrial release.
Yeah, pre-trial. I can do that, sir.
I will find probable cause, and I will appoint the office of the public defender. Good luck to you.
Any
Thank you.
conditions, Your Honor?
Yeah, the condition is next time an officer tries to stop you, you stop. That's the
Yes, sir.
That's the
Yes,
condition
sir.
of your bond.
So you release me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Good morning. Tell me your name. No? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tell me your name.
Torelli Jacobs.
Mr. Jacobs, you're charged with attempted robbery. There's probable cause. Actually, there's a warrant from here. And bond's already been set at $5,000. Probable cause is already set. Let's see if Judge Bain has any special conditions. I don't have the warrant. Does he have any special conditions? Okay, a special condition is no contact with the alleged victim, no weapons or firearms, and no return to the location where this occurred. And I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you.
What does this mean? I don't understand what happened.
Next case.
His bond was $5,000.
I wanted to ask him something.
What do you want to ask me?
Well, I don't know if they put on the paperwork, but I'm not stable. I don't have family, so I don't know a way that I'm going to better bond out.
Well, that's a good reason to increase your bond if you're not stable and you don't have family, but I'll leave it at $5,000. Sir, tell me your name.
Chad Kuhlhefner.
Sir, you've been arrested on a charge of possession of heroin and possession of synthetic cannabinoids. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to reduce the bond in count 1 to $500. Count 2 will remain at $150 unless he qualifies.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Good luck to you.
This way.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Tell me your name, please.
Michael Logan.
Mr. Logan, you've been arrested for aggravated battery with a weapon. There is probable cause for your arrest. Bond is $5,000 with a condition you not have any contact with the victim, not possess any weapons or firearms. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you. Ms. Nieves, tell me your name, please.
Lisa Lynn Nieves.
Ma'am, you've been charged with possession of methylene dioxymethamphetamine. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to reduce the bond in count 1 to $500. Does she qualify?
No, Judge.
So the bond will be $500, and I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Good luck. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Actually, good afternoon. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Devon Sandiford.
So what happened to Marvin Robertson?
He bonded, Your Honor.
He bonded, okay. And what about Devon Sandiford?
That's me.
That's you. Sir, you've been arrested on a charge of aggravated battery. So I want to ask the state, what deadly weapon is there?
One moment, Your Honor.
The mop was the other guy.
In the affidavit, law enforcement indicates there's a video where Mr. Sandiford is seen reaching,
And what's the line after that?
grabbing a glass wine bottle off the shelf, unknown what he does with the wine bottle.
Right.
So to find with the weapon, state would ask for a 24-hour reset, or to, in the alternative, just find PC for the aggravated battery.
Based upon the facts, I'm going to find probable cause for a misdemeanor battery, set bond at $500, a condition that you not have any contact with the victim in this case. And was this at a 7-Eleven or a Circle K?
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Okay, and that you not go back to that 7-Eleven until this case is over with, okay?
Sir, I tried to bond out yesterday. They said there was some kind of hold on me.
Who's the 784-03 what's the battery statute?
Battery? 784.
03.
State, is 78403 misdemeanor battery?
That's a great question.
When I was a prosecutor, I knew all those statutes.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I do
You don't
not
have to be sorry.
have them memorized.
The PDs always razz the state because the state knew the statute numbers and the PDs never did.
Seven 78403, Your Honor.
Okay. And is there any reason why he wouldn't be able to bond out?
I'm looking into that right now, Your Honor.
Okay.
Bear with me one moment.
We have an expert on this and we'll find out in a minute.
Your Honor, while we're waiting, did you reduce the bond to?
500.
500, thank you.
It looks like Mr. Sandiford is on state probation, so he has a violent felony offender hold to give the probation officer time to decide whether or not to violate his probation.
Okay. Did you hear that?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Good morning. Good afternoon. Tell me your name.
Jessica Scott.
Ms. Scott. You're charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle. There's probable cause for your arrest. Bond is $1,000. I will appoint the office of the public defender. In case number 2019 CF 12761, trafficking in 7 grams or more of oxycodone and possession of paraphernalia. Having found probable cause, I will revoke your bond, set bond at 0. Thank you. What's your name, sir?
Mandel Stewart.
And what happened to Solano?
What's the name, Your Honor?
Solano, Hugo Solano, S-O-L-A-N-O? Really?
Um, 233.
Bonded, Your Honor.
Okay. And you are Mandel Stewart?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Sir, you've been charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. Currently, there's no bond by a warrant signed by Judge Bain. Let's see what conditions he has. He has no contact with the victim, no weapons or firearms, and no return. And I'll set bond in the amount, having found probable, Judge Bain found probable cause, in the amount of $20,000. I will appoint the office of the public defender with the same conditions that Judge Bain ordered. Thank you. Tell me your name, please.
Timothy Taylor.
Sir, you're charged with violation of a condition of pretrial release on a warrant. Bond is already set at $500 by Judge LeBlanc, and I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you. Tell me your name, please. Name?
Cedric Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, you're charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted delinquent. That sounds terrible. And possession of ammunition by a convicted delinquent. There's probable cause for your arrest. Bond in count 1 is $5,000. Count 2 is $150. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you. Next case.
Your Honor, Katrina Thompson, he refused to attend.
I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent him. Will you waive his presence?
Yes, Your Honor.
His presence being waived, I will find probable cause for the charge of possession of methylene dioxymethamphetamine. Bond will remain at $1,000. In case number 2020 CF 5196, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of cocaine, possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis, I'll revoke the bond, set bond at none. In 2019 CF 17184, transfer to misdemeanor court 2020 MM 2009 misdemeanor battery. I will not revoke the bond in that case. In the second new case of 2020 284 855, is introduction of contraband into a county detention facility and possession of methylene dioxymethamphetamine. I'll leave the bonds at $1,000 and $150, having announced that I found probable cause on both of those counts and appoint the office of the public defender. Are you Austin Wynn?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Good afternoon.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine, thank you. You are charged with burglary of a dwelling and grand theft from the dwelling of $100 or more. There's probable cause for your arrest. Bond in count one is $5,000, count two $150. Does he qualify? I presume he doesn't.
He does not, Your Honor.
Okay, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Good luck to you. Next, I have Christopher Flanagan. Mr. Flanagan?
Yes.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're charged with driving under the influence. There's probable cause for your arrest. Bond is already set at $500. You're also charged with failure to appear in case number, looks like another traffic case, 2020 CT 2357. Bond in that case is $500.
That's not him.
That's not him? You're right, it's not. I have a wandering paperclip. Okay, so you're discharged with the DUI case, and you were out on bond for possession of cocaine, 2020 CF, looks like 10918. I will not revoke your bond in that case. And I will appoint, if I didn't already, the office of the public defender to represent you in the DUI case. Good luck. What's your name, please?
Eric Conzel.
Sir, you're charged with failure to appear. Bond is set at $500. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Does he qualify for release?
Your Honor, he was not screened for pretrial release due to it being a failure to appear warrant.
Okay.
But if you order it, we can screen him.
It's a failure to appear, and the address is general delivery, so I'll leave the bond at
The court was,
$500.
Your Honor, the court was closed when I had court. It was during the beginning of the virus.
The COVID?
Yes.
Then I'll go ahead and ask that he be screened. If he qualifies for pretrial release, I'll order that he be released on pretrial release.
Can we do ROR?
I can't do that.
So bond or
So,
pretrial leave
correct.
qualify?
Correct. Okay, good luck.
And what was the bond if he doesn't qualify?
500. But hopefully he'll qualify and get out of here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I will appoint the office of the public defender to look into this as well, and maybe they can verify that that happened and take care of that charge for you.
All right.
Tell me your name, please.
Jordan Turner.
What happened? What happened to Charlotte Thomas?
She bonded.
Okay. And you're Jordan Turner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're charged with failure to appear. Bond is $1,000 on that. You're out on bond on driving while license suspended or revoked. I will not revoke the bond on that. I'll leave that as it is, and I'll appoint the office of the public defender to look into that failure to appear. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And tell me your name. Dale Anna Augustine?
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
You're charged with petty theft. There is probable cause for your arrest. I'll set bond in the amount of $2,000 with the condition you not return to any Walmart. And in your petty theft case of 2019 MM 797, I'll revoke your bond since you were out on bond for petty theft when you were arrested for a new petty theft. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you in the new case. Thank you. Tell me your name, please.
John, your hand me like?
Good afternoon. You're charged with trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause for your arrest. Bond is $500. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you unless he qualifies for release.
He was not recommended due to being out on bond in South Carolina.
Okay. So I'll leave the bond at $500. Thank you. Tell me your name, please.
Travis Macon.
Mr. Macon, you're charged with loitering or prowling. There is probable cause for your arrest. Does he qualify?
No, Judge.
I will set bond in the amount of $500. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Thank you.
Your Honor, could we order no return also?
Pardon me?
Could we order no return to the scene also?
As they say in Japanese, mochito. One more time.
I'm sorry. Could we order no return to the scene?
I'll order no return to the scene as well. It's a fair request.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Hey, excuse me, can I say something?
That was on the loitering and
Can I say something?
Okay, so you did this one already?
Yeah, I did that one. Yeah, he had the South Carolina one, so I couldn't PTR. Okay.
Mr. Macon is next, so he's gonna stay.
Right. Good? Okay. And then the next case I have is Chytel Thompson.
No worries, that's the problem. The lady said she's not pressing charges. So how long I gotta be here for?
You gonna be wearing green tomorrow too, or you changing?
He's gonna stay green for a minute.
No, I don't wanna hear that shit. No, I don't wanna hear that shit, man. Y'all got something better than this. Better than a bond, a bail. They're like, I don't wanna hear that shit, man. I ain't staying here. No.
On Osceola?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have this. That's all I have from Osceola. What are you looking for?
We were trying to say that he had another charge of that.
Gave me. I have nothing else from
So we
Osceola.
don't have nothing, so we don't got that.
I ain't doing no PTR, you. I ain't doing no PTR.
Oh, the bond was 10,000.
No, y'all got something better than that for a trespass. For a trespass, that's if you come here for like 4 or 5
Yeah, we didn't
days
have
for
that. That's what
trespass.
you're gonna hang on to.
There ain't nothing to sit here for.
Right.
Let her know.
I ain't doing no pre-trial release. You the state, right? Who's the state attorney? Where's you put? Are you the public defender? Are you the public defender? Okay, so what's the problem? I don't understand. You say there's no offer for the trespass. So for me, why not? That's what the state told you. Where's the people that's supposed to be here, man? When she told me, she said she wasn't pressing charges to the officer. But she'll be here still.
May I see the last file? May I see the last case, Mr. Macon?
Yeah, shit from the scrapper, man. Yo. First name. I got a first name too. I got a first name too.
What's your question?
If Mr. Macon has represented that there is a witness that might be here or an alleged victim that may have appeared.
Is Bobby Dixon here? Bobby Dixon is the alleged victim. There's no names of any witnesses. I think there's one young lady still in the fishbowl there, but I don't see anybody else there. And the listed victim is Bobby Dixon. There's no other names in the police report, so if there's another name of a witness, it's not listed in this report.
Yeah, I can't accept no return, man. I can't accept no return. That's a church there. There's a church there.
And there's
I'm
no
gonna throw that out.
indication there was another witness.
Yeah, where it is. It
I'm
is.
not saying there's not. I'm just reading. All I have.
I know, but I'm saying it is though.
Okay.
It is. I'm not taking no turn, man. So do y'all, you have anybody that can't supposed to come here? You don't have no contacts? Cause the lady, I was there when she said she's not pressing charges. I was there. I was right there. I witnessed everything. I heard the police say what they said. You know, don't give me that boiga crap, man.
Dixon. So is Bobby Dixon?
Yeah, don't take that in this courtroom today, Your Honor.
Is Bobby
Officer,
Dixon a
sir.
female?
So who? No, Bobby Dixon that's some homeless guy that slept in the back of that building.
Bobby Dixon is the owner of the business.
Well then, tell him to come on then, cause the lady said she's not pressing charges.
Okay.
So where's Bobby Dixon then?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I don't appreciate how y'all bring that boiga stuff in this courtroom, man.
What's your name, man?
Excuse me?
I'm done with you. Ma'am, what's your name? What is your name?
Thompson.
Charged with trespass after warning in a conveyance. There's probable cause for your arrest. Bond is $500 unless you qualify for release. Does she qualify?
No, Judge, she declined to speak with pretrial.
Okay, I
I
will go
didn't
ahead and
decline.
appoint the office of the
That's a
public
lie.
defender to represent you.
Okay, so how many days do I have for that, darling?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Because that's a lie. I'm sorry, because one thing about me, I'm very strict on liars. I never refused to talk to anybody for pretrial. I was asleep, you understand? And they put me in a box. They put me in a box and left me there for
Are
hours.
you talking about the jail?
Yes, here.
Okay, okay, hang on. I'll request a pretrial release, re-interview Ms. Thompson, and if she qualifies for pretrial release, it'll be the monetary bond or pretrial release. So if you qualify, you'll be released into the pretrial release program. Best I
Okay.
can do is have them come see you again, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Conditions, Judge?
No. Obviously not returned. Okay, condition is not returned. You're gonna force me to come up with a condition. Tell me your name, please.
Henry Browning.
Sir, you're arrested on a warrant from Osceola County. The bond is no bond. We will contact Osceola County. It looks like there's two separate cases. And I'm going to come get you. If they're not going to come get you, then we have a judge who's going to ask permission for us to set a bond. Okay. But there's already no bond, so I can't change that.
Okay, I was told to be here.
Yes. No opportunity for a bond. I have people that work, that I'm supposed to be working right now, that I'm responsible for.
I understand what you're saying, and I very much appreciate that you've been patient and have been here all day, but the warrant is from Osceola County, and they've said a no bond. I don't have any of the facts of the case for me to evaluate the case, and as a result, Osceola County can come and get you, and you can have an attorney there do a motion for bond, or a judge on Monday is going to call the judge in Osceola County and ask permission for us to set a bond in a case. But we can't set a bond on a case where a judge already set a bond of $0. Does that make sense? Yeah. So proverbially, my hands are tied, and I can't set a bond on these two cases. But again, in the old days, we would wait for Osceola to come and get you. You'd have no chance of getting a bond until then. Because of COVID, I believe it's Judge Carter who calls the out-of-town judges and asks for permission. So that's all I can do for you.
Your Honor, just for the record, he does qualify for the pretrial release program.
And if there wasn't a no bond and I had facts of the case, I would certainly do that. But I don't have those facts.
I have no record prior. This is a first.
I don't have any facts of the case to overrule a judge that said no bond. Does that make... You don't have to agree with it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So what? I understand what you're saying.
Okay, that's all I can ask you to do is understand it. I don't have the facts for me to set a bond. I've been setting bonds all morning. If I had the facts in front of me, I would do that. Thank you. Your name, please?
Tasha Rebels.
What happened to Anthony LeBron?
He's in the hospital, Your Honor.
I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent him. Will you waive his presence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Having had his presence waived, he has out-of-county warrants in the amount of $3,150 and $100. And I'm looking for case number 20 CF 2418. In case number 2020 CF 1512, a robbery by sudden snatching case, I'll revoke the bond in that, set bond at 0. And are you Tyshawn Ramos?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Afternoon, sorry.
Yes, sir. Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Okay. I came.
You got to speak up for me because you
Yes,
got
sir.
that thing
I
over
came down here for vacation with my girl, and I was pulled over with the officer, and they told me that I was given a warrant for
Right.
domestic with my cousin, which she didn't know the officer had even did the report for me to. I didn't even know I had a warrant.
So it says Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Do they mean Duval County Sheriff's
Yes, sir.
Office? Okay. I assume they meant that. So let me explain the situation that you face yourself with, that I'm faced with as well. There's a warrant from Duval County. It says no bond. The charge is battery by strangulation. I can't set a bond in that case without that judge giving permission. So on Monday, we have a judge here, and she's going to reach out to that judge in Jacksonville and say one of two things. You're going to come get him, meaning you, or can we set a bond in your case? But until I hear from that judge, I don't have the lawful authority to change a bond. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So right now the bond is 0, but I can tell you because of this COVID going on that our circuit's on top of this and we're actively trying to get permission or to get you up to Duval County, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender at this time just to keep their finger on the pulse of your case to make sure it doesn't get lost in the shuffle, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Tell me your name, please.
Jeffrey White.
What happened to Thomas Walker?
I believe we dressed him earlier.
Pardon me? He's on the move up? Yeah. Thomas Gregory Walker.
He was the one with the Seminole County warrant.
We'll let the expert deal with it. And you're Jeffrey Leon White?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. You've been arrested out of a Seminole County case.
That's correct.
Doesn't really, okay, it looks like 10 counts.
It was a VOP, sir.
A VOP, okay. So I don't know if you were in here when I was talking to the last gentleman. So this is an out-of-county warrant, bond is set at 0. I don't have the legal authority to change a bond that another judge in another circuit set. I don't know if Seminole County is going to come get you. And since we don't know that, on Monday, today's Saturday, we're going to have a judge call the Seminole County judge and say one of two things. Come get him right now, or give us permission to set you a bond. So at this point, I don't have the legal authority, in my opinion, to set a bond, but we'll find out what we can do for you, and I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to keep their finger on this case, on the pulse of this case, so you don't get lost in the shuffle.
I have a private attorney as well, sir.
Okay, who is that?
Jerry Jenkins.
Okay.
He's out of Orange County.
I know Jerry. Why don't you have access to a phone where you're at?
I do. I've had my wife call him.
Okay. So he can actually work on this on one of two things, reaching out to the Seminole County judge and getting a bond up there so you can bond out while you're here, or getting you shipped up there. So I'm going to withdraw the appointment of the PD since you have a fine attorney representing you, and we'll see what Mr. Jenkins can do for you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, he does have reporting requirements.
Okay. If you do bond out, there's certain conditions of reporting.
Sheriff's Office.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, within 24 hours. Thank you.
Your Honor, Denise Davenport's in the hospital.
Okay. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. In that case, will you waive her presence?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will find probable cause for retail theft. Bond is $500. And a condition of the bond is that she not return to any Walmart while the case is pending.
Chief Young, he refused to attend.
Okay. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender for Mr. Young. Will you waive his presence?
Yes, Your Honor.
His presence having been waived, I will find probable cause for tampering with evidence, resisting without violence, petty theft, Bond on count 1 is $1,000, count 2, $100, count 3, $100. A condition is he not return to any Walmart. I will revoke the bond in 2020 MM5. It looks like 5556, but it might be 5356. That's a petty theft of $100 or more. Revoke the bond, set bond at none. In case number 2020 CF 9726, petty theft with 2 prior convictions, revoke the bond, set bond at 0. Next case I have is Marian Brunson.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're charged with violation of probation, so of course there's no bond in that. Looks like it's an Orange County case. The violations are you didn't complete a program and you didn't do your community service. I'll appoint the office of the public defender. I think you should have bond on this.
Yeah, because he violated me because I didn't go to a class. That's what he told me.
Yeah. I've appointed an attorney. I want them to file a motion for bond. I think you should get a bond on this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
And are you Joshua McNeil?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. I have 2 cases. The first case is a violation of probation. However, I believe that Judge Whitehead had revoked that probation, so you couldn't violate that probation.
Yes, sir.
State, what's your position?
Your Honor, state would defer to the court if they have information Judge Whitehead revoked the probation.
Okay, on April 2nd of this year, Judge Whitehead entered an order after you pled to violation of probation that he revoked and terminated your probation. So on this case, 2019-7517, I am going to release you on your own recognizance since the case is dismissed, so I'm releasing you on that. So on the violation of probation, you're a free man. On the trespass on property after warning, does he qualify?
Your Honor, he was not qualified due to being on state probation.
But he's not on probation.
It appears that he is still on probation for 19 CF 7516, according to the research done by our officer.
Okay, so I have 7517. Okay. So on that case, bond, I'll leave bond of $500 because they believe you're on probation on the case number preceding that. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. In order that you not return to the property while you're out on bond, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you. Good luck.
Your Honor, then on the prior VOP, was he violated on the one where he still is on probation?
He's not on probation.
On the 1-7 case.
Sorry.
That's what the violation is. And I've got the order attached from Judge Whitehead that said he revoked and terminated it.
Okay.
So it might be a misprint. It really might have been supposed to be the 16 case,
Got it.
but it's not.
It's not. Got
Okay.
it.
Thank you, sir. Tell me your name.
Stephen Turner, sir.
Mr. Turner.
On his misdemeanor, everything came 500.
Yeah.
I mean, no put the.
No return. Good? Okay. Mr. Turner, you were arrested on a violation of probation. There's no bond on that. Let's see. Judge Wilson ordered me not to modify the bond, so I have to leave it at 0. She told me not to modify that. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Thank you.
Your Honor,
Do you
he
know when
does-
I'll have a court date, sir, or no?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Madam Clerk, when will Mr. Turner have a court date?
It's a felony, I don't know. We don't have felony court dates.
Yeah, we don't set the dates here, but maybe somebody else here knows. Hang on a second.
We don't have felony court dates. Yeah, let me get to the judge. Is it VOP?
Yeah, it's a VOP.
Oh, you have Angela arraignment on the 17th.
17th?
Thursday,
Okay.
on the VOP, yes.
So on the 17th.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, he has reporting requirements.
And if you do, if Judge Wilson does let you out, she knows that you have a condition to report within 24 hours. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Are you Amy Waite?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You've been charged with a violation of probation. There's probable cause for that. and you're a VFOSC as well. Let's see, Judge Calderon is your judge, and there's no bond in this case. If you do receive a bond, is there a reporting requirement for a VFOSC?
No, Your Honor.
There's not, okay. So I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you, and I have to leave your bond at none because it's a VOP, but they can do a motion for bond, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Next case, correction officers. Let's bring tomorrow's, it's still early. We can knock out some of tomorrow now.
You are here for an initial appearance after detention. The rules of criminal procedure require that you be brought before a judicial officer within 24 hours of your arrest. The purpose of the initial appearance is to have a judge list the charges against you, inform you of certain rights that you have, and to determine the conditions of your release. You should have already received a copy of these charges. The judge will review your paperwork to determine if there was probable cause to arrest you. If the judge finds probable cause, he or she will then determine if you qualify for bond and what the monetary and non-monetary conditions of your bond should be. If the judge does not have enough information to make a probable cause determination for your arrest, the state may be given additional time to amend the paperwork. You should also be aware of the following rights afforded to you by the Constitution. You are not required to say anything at this proceeding. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to communicate with counsel, family, or friends, and if necessary, you will be provided a reasonable means to do so. You have the right to counsel. If you have not already retained counsel and cannot afford counsel, the judge will appoint you a public defender. For the purposes of today's initial appearance proceedings, you may be able to briefly speak with a public defender regardless of whether the public defender is appointed for you. In order to have an attorney appointed by the court to represent you, you must be financially eligible, as determined by the court based on financial information you provide. Therefore, if you have not already done so, please complete, to the best of your knowledge, the financial affidavits provided by the correction officers. An application fee for the services of appointed counsel will be assessed. If you do not speak English or Spanish, please let a corrections officer know. When the judge is ready, she or he will begin calling your case by name. Please listen carefully for your name. When called, please approach the microphone as directed by the corrections officers. Thank you.
Usted se encuentra aquí para una audiencia o vista preliminaria, después de haber sido arrestado. Las leyes y estatutos criminales del estado de la Florida requieren que se celebre una vista preliminaria ante un oficial judicial dentro de un plazo de 24 horas después de su arresto. El propósito de esta vista preliminaria es para que el juez pronuncie los cargos contra usted, para que se le comunique a usted sus derechos procesales y para determinar las condiciones de su libertad o fianza. Ya usted debería haber recibido una copia de estas alegaciones o acusaciones por escrito. Ahora, el juez revisará la documentación en su caso para determinar si existe motivo fundado o causa probable para su arresto y detención. Si el juez determina que existe causa probable o motivo fundado, entonces decidirá si usted califica para que se le otorgue una fianza, tanto como cuáles serían las condiciones monetarias o no monetarias de dicha fianza. Si el juez no posee suficiente información para determinar si existe causa probable o motivo fundado para justificar el arresto, se le concederá a la Fiscalía tiempo adicional para modificar la documentación. También se les avisa que posee los siguientes derechos que se les otorgan por la Constitución. A usted no se le puede obligar a decir nada durante esta vista. Cualquier cosa que diga podrá ser utilizada en su contra como evidencia. Usted tiene el derecho de comunicarse con un abogado, pariente o amigo, y si es necesario, que se les proporcione los medios razonables y disponibles para hacerlo. Usted tiene el derecho a un abogado. Si todavía no ha encontrado o contratado un abogado y no tiene los recursos para hacerlos, entonces el juez le nombrará un defensor público. Para el propósito de la audiencia preliminaria de hoy, se le permitirá hablar brevemente con un abogado de la oficina del defensor público, aun cuando no se le haya nombrado para representarle en todo el caso. Para poder recibir la designación de un abogado, primero debe calificar económicamente según lo determine el juez. Esto será basado en la información financiera que usted proporcione aquí. Por lo tanto, si no lo ha hecho todavía, de la mejor manera posible, por favor, llene el formulario de insolvencia económica que se le ha proporcionado por el oficial de correcciones. Se le impondrá un recargo o costo por los servicios del defensor público. Si usted no habla inglés, por favor, hágale saber al oficial de correcciones. Cuando esté listo, el juez comenzará el proceso llamando a cada una persona y caso por su nombre. Por favor, esté pendiente para pasar adelante cuando escuche su nombre, y cuando escuche su nombre, haga el favor de acercarse al micrófono, tal como le indique el oficial de correcciones. Muchas gracias por su atención.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Hi, is this the Arabic interpreter?
Yes, Your Honor, this is the Arabic interpreter for Mr. Abdullah Kamar.
All right, perfect. Okay, just hold on for me 1 second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you already been sworn today?
No, I have not.
So this is okay. Let's go on the record. Let's get appearances. We'll start with the state.
Remember, sorry, on behalf of the defense.
Mary Ibrahim on behalf of the defense.
It's a Ray O'Kendall pretrial release.
All right, I'm Judge Madrigal. First one we're going to start with is Abdallah Kamar. All right, interpreter, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will translate from English to Arabic or from Arabic to English to the best of your ability? So help you God?
I do. Saad Marakshi, official Arabic court interpreter.
All right. Afternoon, sir. Your name and date of birth?
Sayyid Qamar.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name and date of birth?
سيد قمر تسمعني؟ اسمك الكامل وتاريخ ميلادك من فضلك. تاريخ ميلادك؟ عيد؟
Sir, if you could move a little bit closer to the microphone for us, please. Or, no, don't touch it.
قرب للميكروفون.
Speak up.
تكلم بصوت واضح وعالي. شو هو تاريخ ميلادك بصوت واضح؟
73/11/3.
الشهر 3 3/11/73. Abdullah Ati Salim Kamar.
Okay, Mr. Kamar, I'm going to appoint these two people right here to be your attorney on this matter.
إذن سيد قمر هادو هم المحامين في قضيتك اليوم.
They're attorneys, by the way, these two attorneys. to be.
هناك محاميان اثنين.
Okay, you've been charged with one count of battery.
تم اتهامك بتهمة الاعتداء بالضرب.
Okay, I've reviewed the affidavit. I find that there's probable cause for that charge.
إذا رجعت يعني الاتهام وأنا أجد أن هناك سبب كافي لتهمتك بهذه التهمة.
I'm going to set your bond at $2,500.
والكفالة تم تحديدها ل $2,500.
And let's address the conditions. We have a non-hostile request. Is that what
We had contact with the victim. The victim is requesting no hostile.
إذا تم اتصال بالقاضي يسأل هل هناك طلب لعدم يعني يكون تواصل غير عدائي يعني الضحية في القضية تطلب أنه هناك يكون تواصل بدون عداء أو غير عدائي.
All right. The state would be asking for no drugs and alcohol and no weapons as well. That was just one. Okay. So I'm going to order non-hostile contact with the victim, no drugs, alcohol, or any weapons that includes firearms.
إذا راح أأمر بتواصل أو اتصال مع الضحية يكون غير عدائي أبدا، عدم تناول المخدرات أو الكحول وعدم استعمال الأسلحة النارية.
What's the next date?
Your Honor, there is no indication in the affidavit of the defendant consuming any alcohol for him to be deprived from alcohol
It'll
consumption.
be easy to follow.
It says Mr. Alcohol is not a factor in this.
And actually, the affidavit says drug and alcohol were not a factor in this incident.
إذا المحامي يقول للقاضي أن في الإقرار المكتوب المشروع بقسم لا يوجد أي دليل أنه تم تناول الكحول طرف المدعى عليه، والقاضي يقول أنه من السهل إيجاد ذلك.
The defense will be requested to remove such restrictions, please.
والدفاع يطلب أنه يتم إزالة هذا الطلب.
No. We're going to do those conditions. So when's the next date?
لا القاضي لا راح نخلي هذه المتطلبات.
September 24, it's still in jail, or October 12, it released.
All right. Thank you, sir. Are these the... I'm going to just ask, just an abundance of caution. Does anybody else need an Arabic interpreter there?
No, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And Your Honor,
I didn't want to be rude and hang up. Yes, ma'am.
yes, when they get the court dates, can you speak up a little bit?
Sure, I'm going to repeat them because I have the microphone by me, so that's on me.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, though. Okay, are these interpreter cases here? Did we separate those out? Okay. We're going to do those first. So the next one we're going to do is Sandro Carly.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Theodore Leal, Spanish interpreter. The interpreter has already been sworn.
All right, welcome. First one we have for you is on case 20MM2160, okay?
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name and date of birth?
Buenas tardes, señor. Su nombre, su fecha de nacimiento.
Agosto 14 del 51.
August 14 of 1951.
And your name?
Su nombre?
Sandro Martínez Carle.
Sandro Martínez Cadre.
Okay, that's my birthday as well.
Esa también fecha de nacimiento mía también.
Not the same year, but the same date.
No el mismo año, pero sí la misma fecha.
All right, sir, I'm going to appoint these two attorneys here to represent you on this matter. Them in their office to represent you on this matter.
Voy a designar a la oficina de la Defensoría Pública para que lo defienda en este asunto.
You've been charged with one count for battery.
Tiene un cargo por una agresión física.
In reviewing the affidavit, I find there's probable cause for that charge.
Cuando revisé el escrito bajo juramento, determiné que hay indicios de culpa por ese tipo de cargos.
He qualifies for PTR, am I correct on
May I
that?
speak?
You have the right to remain silent, and I think your attorneys may have some input before you say anything, sir.
Sí, tiene derecho a guardar silencio, además que sus abogados tienen un aporte para usted antes de que hable cualquier cosa.
You want to advise him?
Yes, sir, please. We'll be in contact as soon as possible.
Nos vamos a poner en contacto con usted lo más pronto posible, así que no diga nada.
So please do not talk about the facts.
Por favor, no hable sobre los hechos.
So I'm going to release him PTR, no contact with the victim.
Voy a la libertad provisional, prohibiéndole contacto con la víctima.
And no return, except for a one-time return to remove personal belongings. Next day.
No puedo volver, menos una sola vez puedo volver, pero en compañía de autoridades.
Next day, September 24, if still in jail, or October 22nd at 8:30, courtroom 5B, if released.
September 24th or October 22nd, if released in 5B.
Así que septiembre 24 es la fecha más próxima, pero si lo da allá afuera, pues sería octubre 22 a las 8:30 en la sala 5B, perdón.
Okay. Next one I have, thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Next one I have is Sadiel Cosme Diaz.
Judge, he bonded.
Oh, he did? Does anybody else need an interpreter?
¿Alguien más necesita intérprete?
Is this Sadiel here?
Yeah, that's him, but he bonded.
Oh, he's bonded.
He just haven't been processed. There's more Spanish speakers, but I don't know if they're in this.
I don't know if they're in group one. They're not in this group? Okay. Are you Mr. Cosme Diaz?
Yes.
All right, you've already been bonded, so you can go have a seat, okay?
Puede sentarse, ya ustedes le pagaron la fianza.
All right, thank you, sir. Any other Spanish speakers in this group?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What's the name?
Nombre?
Ricardo Torres.
Ricardo Torres.
That's the one with the victim outside, Judge.
Ricardo Torres. Okay, let's get the victim. I don't have a Ricardo Torres. A different group. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the victim. 1 second, sir.
Un momento, señor.
All right. Afternoon, sir. Your name and date of birth, please.
Buenas tardes, señor. Su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor.
11-26 de 1969.
¿El nombre?
11-26-1969.
Nombre.
Y su nombre.
Oh, Ricardo Torres.
Ricardo Torres, November 26th of 1969.
Okay, Mr. Torres, I'm going to appoint these two attorneys here in their office to represent you on this matter. You've been charged.
Voy a designar a estos dos abogados aquí presentes para que lo defiendan en este asunto.
All right, you've been charged with one count for battery, touching, or striking.
Tiene un cargo por agresión física, tocar o golpear. I didn't hit anybody.
Okay. Your attorney, you have the right to remain silent. I think your attorneys may ask you to do so.
Yes, tiene derecho a guardar silencio y sus abogados creo que le van a pedir que no hable.
Yes, sir. Please refrain to making any statement about the facts of your case, please.
Procesado, entonces, maquinista, no hable sobre ninguno de los hechos relacionados con su caso.
No entendí, por favor, repita.
No hable de los casos con los hechos relacionados con su caso. No hable.
We'll be in contact as soon as possible.
Y lo van a contactar lo más pronto posible.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello, sir.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Lillian Rosario.
Ms. Rosario, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth, is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
¿Jura afirmar que el testimonio que ahora es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad? ¿Lo jura ante Dios? Sí.
All right, Ms. Torres, what's your involvement in this case?
¿Qué tiene que ver usted con este caso, señora?
Yes, sir. I'm his wife
Okay. And the victim.
and the victim, sir.
Esposa y víctima.
Is there something you'd like to tell me?
Yes, sir. Yesterday, Ricardo drinks every day, and, but for the most part, he just drinks and just watches TV and then goes to bed. But yesterday, I guess his son told him something, and I was in my master bedroom. I was eating, and my youngest son, I have returned to Colorado because my son works for the military in Colorado, and then he comes over here for training. So Ricardo asked me yesterday about my little son.
Translate.
Ahora, por lo general, a veces toma, a veces tiene la bebida, pero ayer fue algo muy diferente. Eso pasó cuando yo estaba en el dormitorio máster de la casa. Estaba ahí presente mi hijo menor, el cual recibe entrenamiento de los entrenamiento militar. Pero esto fue algo que no sé si porque había pasado antes.
So then Ricardo came into the bedroom after his son had told him something about a lunchbox.
Entonces entró al dormitorio antes de que el hijo le había preguntado algo sobre una lonchera.
I don't mean to cut you off, but are you going to tell me anything different than than you told the police?
No quiero interrumpirla,
When
pero
he hit me and bruised me and everything,
cuando me golpeó y todo eso.
he threw
That's what you told the police. So do you have anything additional or different?
Just
Algo diferente que no le haya hecho
concern. The police did take the weapons last night because he owns a shotgun and a revolver. And the police did take those weapons into their possession because he sleeps with the revolver at the nightstand. And every night he takes the ammunition out of it and
Your Honor?
he's just popping it off.
Es que lo que pasa es que la policía ya le quitó a él las armas porque él tiene una escopeta y un revólver, pero la policía se los quitó, ya no están en su poder porque duerme en la mesita de noche, duerme con su revólver ahí. ¿Su señoría?
We would like to.
Hold on, I'm gonna just. Do you want to inquire of the witness?
¿Quiere preguntarle al testigo? No, su señoría.
We would just like to keep the scope of the matter because there's facts being disclosed that incriminate our client.
Es que quiero limitar un poco los asuntos porque ahí lo están incriminando con unos hechos o que se están narrando que están afectando a mi cliente.
And we like to limit the scope to whether the victim would like to have contact with the defendant.
Y queremos que se limite nada más la víctima a determinar si quiere tener contacto con el acusado o no quiere tener contacto con el acusado nada más.
You want to have contact with the accused?
¿Quiere tener contacto con el acusado? No, su señoría.
Okay. So I've reviewed the arrest affidavit to find that there's probable cause. I'm going to set bail at $10,000. I'm going to order no alcohol, drugs, weapons to include firearms, maintain separate residence, one-time return to get personal belongings with law enforcement.
Así que lo que voy a hacer es que ya leí el affidavit del arresto, determinó que hay indicios de culpabilidad o fundadas sospechas. Sin embargo, voy a otorgar una fianza de $10,000, prohibiéndole consumo de alcohol, prohibiéndole porte o tenencia de armas, incluyendo armas de fuego, de que tenga residencias o domicilio por separado y volver una sola vez al domicilio en compañía de las autoridades para que recoja sus efectos personales.
Your Honor, since the victim is here, may I ask if there's any children involved?
Quiero preguntar si hay niños de por medio.
Not in common. His son came from Cuba illegally. I have my children separate. And, Your Honor, I already packed all of his stuff up, and his cousin is going to my house to pick everything up.
Su señoría, nosotros no tenemos hijos en común, o sea, el hijo viene de Italia, pero nosotros los niños están ya por separado, y ya yo le empaqué todas las cosas de él, y va a venir el primo de él que va a recoger esas cosas.
I think technically, just if we're being correct, nobody can come from Cuba illegally.
Yes, thank you.
Para que sepan, no puede venir nadie de Cuba ilegalmente.
So, all right, thank you, ma'am. What's the next date?
September 24, if still in jail, or October 16 at 9:30 a.m. in courtroom 4A is released.
All right, so September 24th, if still in jail, October 16th at 9 a.m., 9:30, in what courtroom?
4A.
In 4A. Oh, you heard.
Well, I do appreciate that, Your Honor, because it's very hard to hear. Septiembre 24.
There's no contact.
Hay orden de no contacto, entonces las fechas son septiembre 24 si está todavía en la cárcel, pero si ya ha salido, sería el 16 de octubre a las 9:30 en la sala 4A.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, may we request a reduction of bond?
Podemos una reducción de fianza, señor
The
juez.
amount of bond, sorry.
La cantidad de la fianza, podemos pedir que se reduzca, señor juez.
May be considered to something lower than $10,000?
Eso pues son de $10,000.
Your Honor, the state thinks it's a reasonable bond given the facts of the case. There is allegations of weapons being involved, allegations of, there going to be a tragedy, I believe is one of the comments that the defendant made in this house. I believe that $10,000 is a reasonable bond.
I'm going to keep it at 10,000.
Sí, pero vemos que la fiscalía es una cantidad razonable, tomando en cuenta las circunstancias del caso, tomando en cuenta que hubo un arma, el tipo de comentarios que se hicieron durante el incidente. Así que el juez dice, sí, voy a mantener esa cantidad.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor. Gracias.
Thank you, ma'am.
Gracias, señora.
Thank you. Do we have any other Spanish speakers, or let me not say Spanish speakers? Do we have anybody else who needs a translator
¿Alguien más que necesita el intérprete?
in this group?
Yes.
Sí.
All right. What's your name, sir?
¿Su nombre, señor?
Daniel Sarabia.
Daniel Sarabia.
Can you repeat that one time for me?
¿Puede repetirlo una vez más, señor Sarabia?
Daniel Sarabia.
Daniel Sarabia.
Daniel or Luis?
¿Es Daniel o es Luis?
Daniel.
Daniel.
He was supposedly bonding to the judge.
Right, but there's an immigration hold, right?
Yeah, but the
Claro, solicitud de migración.
¿Cómo?
He's on the second page.
It's on second page.
I got you.
No, es la segunda página.
So did he not bond?
Originally he did, but then once the bondsman found out about the VOP and the immigration detainer, he came and got the bonds back. So he needs to be seen on all the cases now.
Okay. All right, so your name and date of birth, sir, once again?
Entonces, otra vez, su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento.
Daniel Sarabia, 4/15 del 87.
Daniel Sarabia, April 15th of 1987. And Your Honor, does Mr. Sarabia has a case number?
Sure. It's, is it 2008 DM 4111? Is that?
That's the VOP.
Oh, that's,
Because he has a new case.
so that's one of them. And the other one is, can you say it louder, please? 2020 CT 2284.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The last one was, sorry, I couldn't get it.
2020 CT 2284? 2284.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir, you're here on two cases. I'm going to appoint the attorneys here to my right to represent you on these matters.
Señor, tiene usted dos casos. Voy a designar a estos abogados que tengo aquí a mi derecha para que lo defiendan en estos asuntos.
The first one is a violation of probation.
Primer caso, una violación de régimen de prueba.
The second one is operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
El segundo, manejo un vehículo sin tener licencia válida de conducir.
I'm going to find there's probable cause on all charges.
Veo que hay indicios de culpabilidad en ambos cargos.
I'm going to set bond on the second case at $500.
$500 en el segundo caso de fianza.
¿Para cuál?
For the
Which
driving
case?
The driving without a license.
El de manejar sin licencia válida.
¿Y el del VOP no hay?
And there's no bond in my VOP.
Well, yep, no bond in VOP.
No, no hay fianza para el caso de VOP.
All right, next date.
On the 20 CT 2284, next court date is October 16, 9 a.m., courtroom 4A.
Your Honor, the interpreter didn't get the first one.
October 16th at 9 a.m. and 4 a.
Octubre 16 a las 9 a.m. en la sala 4A en la próxima audiencia.
And
October what?
16.
the other one on demand?
Yes.
And the violation of probation will be on demand.
Y por el caso de violación del régimen de prueba, se le participará cuando es esa audiencia.
So, me van a dejar saber para el BOP en el día 16.
Yeah.
Are they going to let me out on the 16th?
Your attorneys will be in touch with you, sir.
Los abogados suyos van a mantenerse en contacto con usted, señor.
All right. Thank you.
Gracias.
Anybody else need an interpreter?
¿Alguien más necesita un intérprete?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Sí, su señoría.
What's your name, sir?
¿Su nombre, señor?
Emanuel Soto.
Emmanuel Soto.
All right. So this is on a case out of, so, sir, name and date of birth?
El nombre y la fecha de nacimiento.
06-22-86.
¿Y el nombre? ¿Nombre completo?
Emanuel Soto Pérez.
Emmanuel Soto Pérez, June 22nd of 1986.
Mr. Soto Perez, I'm going to appoint these attorneys here to assist you in this matter and their office.
Voy a designar a la Oficina de Defensoría Pública y a los abogados defensores que tengo aquí para que lo representen en su caso.
You're picked up on a warrant out of Miami-Dade County.
Se lo llevaron porque tenía una orden de arresto dictada en el condado de Miami-Dade.
On case BW 254-2XEV.
En el caso BW 2542XEB.
The judge in that case set your bond at $10,000.
En ese caso, el juez le otorgó fianza de $10,000.
So that judge already found probable cause. The
Así que ese
second
juez
case
ya halló indicio de culpa. Y el segundo caso
is also out of Miami-Dade County on case BW 116-3XEV.
eso también es del condado de Miami-Dade. El caso de BW 163XEB.
The judge had already found probable cause and set your bond at $5,000 on that case.
Y en ese caso, el juez también halló indicio de culpa y puso una fianza de $5,000.
All right, thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Or Dade County will be in touch, but your attorneys will assist you with
Así
that.
que lo van a ayudar del condado de Miami-Dade. Alguien lo va a ayudar con eso.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Any other translators?
¿Algún otro caso pendiente para el intérprete?
No. All right. Afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Buenas tardes, señor. ¿Cuál es su nombre?
Ricardo Nicodemo Pérez Pérez.
Ricardo Nicodemo Pérez Pérez.
Okay. All right, Mr. Perez is your date of birth 11/24/81?
11-24 del 81.
11/24/1981.
You've been picked up on 2 out-of-county warrants from Orange County.
En este también dos son unas órdenes de arresto que fueron dictadas en el condado de Orange.
On the first, which is case 2008 CT 11472.
El primero que es 18CT 11472.
The judge set your bond at $5,000.
El juez impuso una fianza de $5,000.
On the second case, which is 2010 CF 6011.
En el otro caso que es 10-006011.
Judge set no bond.
El juez no le otorgó fianza en ese caso.
I am going to appoint the attorneys here to assist you in these matters.
Voy a asignar los abogados que tengo aquí para que lo ayuden en este asunto.
All right. So, thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
That's it for Spanish interpreter.
All right. All right, Mr. Interpreter. We're probably going to call you back because we have 3 groups today. So.
Very well, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Next one, let's do Luis Sanabria. Yeah. Can you call this number for me? I don't know how to transfer. Can you call this number for me, please? Yeah. I don't know. I would always get it transferred to the, and I press this button and it.
Do you have a number there? Because we don't have the.
Got it on hold?
I have one.
Sure. You hit the teleconference?
Yeah.
Or just, you have to do that for a little bit, then it'll be on, as soon as it goes off, now ask.
Hello?
No, I'll put him on speakerphone now.
Yes, we're still here.
Hello?
All right, let's get appearance, sir, attorney. Mr. Hornsby?
Yes, Judge, I'm sorry, it's very hard to hear you, I apologize.
I understand. Actually, I'm going to call you from another number. Can I just? All right, so hang up on him there. It's not plugged in? All right, this isn't. You can't transfer him here?
No, because we need a line.
You have a line.
Yeah.
When he calls in, he has to be on hold.
Right.
That's where the judge hits the telecommuter thing, and it makes that noise. Once that noise goes off,
So he has to call in?
yeah, he has to call in and be
All right.
put on hold.
Do you have the number for the courtroom?
Yes.
All right, can you just tell him to call in? 1 second, sir.
Oh, he was still on the line.
All right, put him on hold.
All right, just put him on hold.
Let me put you on hold. I think the reason it doesn't go is because it has to be on the main.
It's gonna make that noise for a little bit. Once it goes out, you
I don't think it's gonna go because it dropped from the main line into this one, and that's why it can't get there.
Hello?
he's not on the main line.
No, it dropped.
Let's try to have him call in, and then we'll.
Sir, can you try and call us and see if it's better? It's 742-2576. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, let me try. Hold on. He's on hold. Let me try.
Hello? All right,
Oh, no, we don't go. Let me try.
let me just see the number.
Oh, he's calling back. Let me tell him that you're gonna try calling.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm sorry. The judge is gonna try calling you from a different phone. Thank you.
Hi, this is Richard.
Hey, don't give this number out, okay?
Oh, I won't. I apologize, Judge. Yes, sir.
All right, appearance, please.
Richard Hornsby for Mr. Sanabria.
Okay. All right, sir, name and date of birth, please.
Louis Sanabria, 8773.
All right, Mr. Sanabria, you were picked up on a warrant, so probable cause has already been found for 7 counts for failing to register as required. Mr. Hornsby, you want to be heard on this?
Yes, Judge. So the same officer just last week picked Mr. Sanabria up for, as far as I can tell, they're basically identical charges. The officer is of the opinion that Mr. Sanabria was living at, is the address he lives is not the address where he lives, because he lists his parents' address and he stays there. I'm trying to make it short, Judge, because I know that some judges already found probable cause, but it seems to be duplicitous of what happened last week. I'd ask the court, for simplicity's sake, to set bond on the first count at $2,000 and $100 on the remaining of the counts. I really think that the officer is just basically messing with Mr. Sanabria because he doesn't agree with how Mr. Sanabria is listing his address.
Okay. Well, as you said, another judge already found probable cause, so we can't challenge that. But Mr. Lentz, you want to be heard on the bond?
Your Honor, the state would just defer to the probable cause finding of the previous court. For bond, the state wouldn't object to a reasonable bond in this case. We'll just defer, Your Honor, for a bond amount.
Yeah, I see no reason to not grant Mr. Hornsby's request on that. So we'll do 2,000 on count 1 and 100 on each additional count.
That would be great, Judge.
All right. So, anything?
That's it, Judge. Thank you very much for accommodating me. I greatly appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Sorry for the phone thing.
Thank you.
All right.
No problem. Have a good
Remember,
weekend, Judge.
delete this number.
I'm doing it right now.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, next date?
On demand.
All right, next date will be on demand. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, next one I have is Hakeem Hogg. Name and date of birth, sir?
8/21/95.
All right, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
All right, are you Hakeem Hogg?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hogg, I am going to appoint Ms. Ibrahim and Mr. Rosario and their office to assist you on this matter. You were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Palm Beach County.
Yes, sir. I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to leave the house.
Sir.
Hold on. You have the right to remain silent. These are recorded proceedings. Your attorneys are asking that you remain silent.
Yes, sir. Please refrain to speaking about the facts. We'll be in contact with you as soon as possible, okay?
Okay.
The judge in that case set you at no bond. I'm going to keep it that way. All right. Thank you, sir. Next one is Michael Johnson. Actually, I have a... Afternoon, sir. Name and date of birth, please.
Michael Johnson, 6166.
All right, Mr. Johnson, I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario and Ms. Ibrahim and their office to represent you on this matter. You're charged with 2 counts. First one is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Second one is battery, touching, or striking. I reviewed the charging affidavit, and I find probable cause. I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $50,000 and on count 2 at $500. Order no contact with the victim, no drugs, alcohol, or any weapons. Also, maintain separate residence. And that's it's one-time return. I believe he was living there, if I remember correctly. A one-time return with law enforcement to get your belongings. What's the next date? Your next date will be on demand.
Your Honor, he couldn't hear your bonds. He's
I
asking what
couldn't
you
hear
said.
anything, and then also, there was no weapons, sir.
Sir,
I
hold on.
just
Sir.
need to know the
Sir.
bond.
I just have to remind you, you have the right to remain silent.
I know, I've
Anything,
already filled out a statement, sir.
and your attorneys may
Yes, sir,
take
please.
issue with that.
Yes, sir, please, refrain from speaking about the case. We'll be in contact with you as soon as possible, okay?
I know, I'd like to ask for a bond reduction, this,
So did you hear the bond or you didn't hear the bond?
Did you hear the bond? Did you hear the bond? He asked you.
the one was at 500 and I don't,
The other one was 50,000.
can we get that lowered, please, sir? I have.
Yeah, you may later on take that up with the trial court judge on that case. Thank you, sir. Your next date is on demand. The next one I have is it James Fisher? James Fisher?
Judge James Montgomery Fisher, 303089.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Fisher. You're charged with a violation of probation. A prior judge has already found probable cause and signed a warrant on that. I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario and Ms. Ibrahim in their office to represent you on this matter. I'm going to hold you no bond. Your date is,
September 24, courtroom 4E.
all right, next date is September 24th in courtroom 4E.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, the next one is SB Aldana.
Plea approved.
Yes, sir.
All right, afternoon, name and date of birth, please.
SB Aldana, 10/09/1996.
All right, Mr. Aldana, I'm going to appoint Ms. Ibrahim and Mr. Rosario in their office to represent you on this matter. You're charged with 2 counts. First one is burglary to an occupied conveyance, unarmed. The second one is indecent exposure. We had a issue with this one yesterday on probable cause.
Yes, Your Honor. I was told by the officer that there was going to be a supplemented affidavit sent my way. Still waiting on that.
It was a burglary charge.
Yeah, hold on, sir.
Still waiting on the supplemented affidavit to support the attempted burglary instead of an actual burglary. That seems to be the pursuit that the state is wishing to go at this time. Reaching out to the officer again to see if there is a supplemented affidavit. He did contact me and said that it should be sent my way shortly.
You guys want to be heard on that?
Wait, sorry, Your Honor.
You want to say something, please?
Yeah. Upon discussion with my colleague, since there is no...
There's no PC for the
Exactly.
burglary.
So he should not be held.
Yeah, so I'm going to ROR him on the burglary because that's what's charged right now and that's the affidavit we have, and maintain the 500 on the, well, he meets criteria for PTR?
Direct PTR.
All right. We'll do PTR on count 2. No drugs, alcohol, no contact with, I don't want to say the person who's listed as the victim in the report. So no contact with the victim, and that's it. Straight PTR.
On count 2.
And ROR on count 1.
So the bond is 500, that's it?
Your bond is, you guys want to tell them the good news?
No bond, you'll be pre-release.
You're going to get pretrial release. Thank you, sir. All right, so let's do group 2. Off the record briefly.
Okay, Your Honor, stand by. We have the next, group coming in.
10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4. 10-4
Doesn't matter now.
We have no more victims, right?
I have one for the Shannon subject.
Oh, we do. All right. Why don't we, is that group 2 or group 3?
I'm just going to be doing so I can go for the next one.
These are really short or small. He's in group, or Shannon's in group 3. He's in group 3. How are the Red Sox doing this year?
Horrible, sir.
The Yankees aren't doing much better.
I might just get stuck, but I didn't pick up on it, so that's why I'm.
Celtics are doing okay. No, you don't? Magic are not doing any better.
I know you're not doing that way too, so, but. No,
I like the picture.
Yeah, Cam.
I just listen to him trying to reason away. It's like that, so next time I can.
Did you guys see the Supreme Court news?
No.
So Renatha Francis, who was appointed, is ineligible, and the Supreme Court came out today and said she's completely ineligible. Pick somebody else by noon on Monday.
Ooh, nice.
So, yeah. So there's 7 people left, but he has to pick from the JNC list. There's 7 people list. 2 from the 5th. Jamie Grosshands and Meredith Sasso. So, and they have a good shot because there's no women, I believe, on the Supreme Court right now. Yeah, there's no women on it, so they have a good shot at it. One would think. I don't know. They have a 1 out of 7. Each of them has a 1 out of 7 at least. But I went to law school with Meredith. She's a year younger than me, and she might be on the Supreme Court.
Something happened.
There's not bitter. No, she's my friend. She used to work for Governor Scott. So. Then we have Jamie Grosshands was a county courtroom. So the first time I applied for the job, she's the one who got the spot, and then she got elevated to the DCA bench, and that's where she's been for 2 years now, 2.5 years. She's very nice. They're both very nice. Kind of neat to have 2 people from Orlando though on the Supreme Court.
I say that, yeah, that'd be nice on the other 5th.
So you guys know how the Supreme Court works? You have to have somebody from each district. So there's DCA spots so there has to be somebody from the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then there's 2 at large. So you generally the at-large people usually come from Tallahassee or Miami, but Alan Lawson is our 5th DCA spot, and then if one of them, so they'd be an at-large spot.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, no by noon on Monday.
That's a quick turnaround.
Well, was supposed to do it back in March, so it's not that quick. But it's nice to see the independence of the judiciary, and telling them no. And I'm very fond of him. Very wise man, his judicial selections. But all right, let's go back on. Ready? Are we out of order again?
Yeah, today's.
Oh my God.
Today's over.
Mute. All right, we're back on the record. First one I have is Joseph Murray.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Afternoon, sir. What's your name and your date of birth, please?
Joseph Murray, 060893.
All right, Mr. Murray, I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario and Ms. Abraham in their office to represent you on this matter.
Yes, sir.
All right, make sure. A prior judge, Judge Bain, has already found probable cause and set your bonds. I'm going to keep them the same. Bond on count 1, which is the sale of heroin within 1,000 feet of a playground, is $10,000. Count 2, which is the same count or same allegation, also $10,000. Count 3, delivery of drug paraphernalia, set your bond at $100.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to order you to have no drugs, alcohol, firearms, or any other weapons. And that's it. Next date is
On demand.
on demand. Thank you, sir. Jessie, I don't know if it's Weimer or Weimer.
It's a detox.
All right.
Your Honor, that one won't be in for quarantine.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right. Jose Alvarez Marbert.
Do you approve?
I hope we have no translators. Will do. All right. Afternoon, sir. What's your name and date of birth?
Jose Alvarez, May 2786.
All right, Mr. Alvarez, you were charged with 1 count for driving with a suspended or revoked license. I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario and Ms. Abraham and their office to assist you on this matter. Reviewed the affidavit, find there's probable cause for that charge. You're also on, is he on probation or is he on?
He's out on bond.
He's out on bond on case 2019 CF2, I don't know if that's a 931 or 831.
2931.
2931. I'm going to revoke your bond on that case. Yep. And on this case, I guess the conditions would be no operating a motor vehicle without a proper license. So, all right, next date is on demand.
September 24, if still in jail, or October 16, if released.
So September 24th, if still in jail, or October 16th, if released. I revoked it.
No, on this case.
Yeah, 500. All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Next one I have is Willie McCrae.
Duly approved.
All right. Afternoon, sir. Name and date of birth.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Willie James McCrae.
All right, Mr. McCrae, I'm going to appoint Ms. Abraham and Mr. Rosario in their office to represent you on this matter. You're facing 1 count for criminal mischief, $1,000 or more. I reviewed the affidavit. I find probable cause. He qualifies for PTR?
He does, sir.
Okay. I'm going to do PTR with bonds.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to set your bond. I'll keep it at 1,000.
Any conditions of PTR, Judge?
Or no drugs, alcohol, weapons.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Hold on 1 second, sir. And no return to the scene. Sir, you can say something, but just want to remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and you have been appointed attorneys here today, and they may advise you on something.
Yes, sir. Please refrain from talking from the fact of the case. We'll be in contact with you as soon as possible, okay?
Yeah, no, I was asking about straight PTR release.
I've already made my decision, sir. Thank you. All right, what's the next date?
On demand.
On demand. All right, Clarence Sexton.
Duly approved.
Sir, Your Honor.
Afternoon, sir. Name and date of birth.
Clarence Edward Section, 92065, sir.
All right, Mr. Sexton, you're charged with 1 count for panhandling or soliciting without permission. Is that a county ordinance? Is it a city ordinance?
It's a misdemeanor.
The county ordinance. Find that there's probable cause. Does he have an active warrant? Is that what?
Yes, Judge, he has a detainer for Texas. They want him in Texas. He's a parole violator.
Sir, but see, we've been through this before and everything. I've sat in jail several times and Texas never comes for that and everything, sir. They always they continuously leave me in jail and then y'all just let me go. I mean, because they never come.
All right.
I mean, we've gone through this 3 times.
Okay, sir, I am going to appoint Mr. Rosario, Ms. Abraham, and their office to assist you on this matter. What do you guys, let me hear from you on the bail amount. I just want some clarity, is he going to be held?
Yes, he's gonna be held, after he pays bonds on this case.
Your Honor, sorry. Your Honor, he's entitled to credit time served.
We have an agreement with the county ordinance.
An agreement with county ordinance.
Yeah, no objection from the state. The state would offer a credit time served offer as well.
Okay. Okay, that's fine by me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do I have to say anything? Do I have to?
He would have to accept the plea of credit time served, otherwise ROR to release him, and then Texas would have to come get him.
Sir, you've been, an offer's been made to you for credit time served on the, I'm sorry?
The solicit of panhandling, sir?
So you would get the time he's been in jail one night?
Yes, sir.
So that would be your punishment on this case, and then you'd be done?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you accept that?
Yes, sir. More gladly, sir.
Okay. Do I have to say anything else?
Yeah,
Do I have to
he
go
gotta
through
go
knowing
through
when?
the whole colloquy of.
Yeah, okay, hold on.
Sorry.
I have the folder if, I don't know, first time.
Oh, I have a colloquy, I just had to pull it up. All right, sir. Let's start with, sir, what's your name?
Clarence Edward Sexton, sir.
All right, what's your date of birth?
9/20/65, sir.
All right, sir, are you under the influence of any, well, what's the last grade you finished?
I went to high school, sir.
All right, did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any college?
I went to community college, sir.
Did you graduate?
No, sir.
Okay,
I graduated high school, sir.
okay. Sir, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, sir.
All right, here we go. All right. Have you ever been treated for mental illness?
No, sir.
All right. The plea being offered here today, well, are you under the influence of any alcohol, narcotics, or any other medication?
No, sir.
All right, the plea offered today is you have credit for the time served already on this count. Do you understand the terms of that plea?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you want to discuss the terms of that plea with your attorneys?
Yes, sir. I'd like to accept that plea, sir.
Okay. All right. Is anyone forcing you or threatening you to accept the plea?
No, sir.
Do you understand there won't be a trial if you accept the plea? No. You guys are muted.
Tell them yes.
Yes.
Okay. Anything you want your attorney to do to defend your case that they haven't done?
No, ma'am. I don't need an attorney, sir.
All right. Well, you have attorneys. I appointed them. There's these two people here who just got you this deal.
I accept the deal, sir, freely.
Okay. They did a good job. So hold on.
So will I be released today, Corporal?
All right. To the charge of panhandling, soliciting without a permit. How do you plead? Do you plead no contest?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So I find that the defendant freely, voluntarily, and intelligently waived his or her rights. I find that the defendant knowingly entered into the plea and understands the nature of the charges and the consequences of the plea. I find him competent, coherent, and alert. I find that after review of the arrest affidavit and or charging document and the stipulation of the parties that there is a factual basis for the plea sentence and sentence the defendant according to the plea, I'm going to adjudicate guilty. Okay. All right. Anything else? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, let me say that. I have the regular one, so this one will be like an hour. Which one? Because I have this order and then I have to keep guilty.
So there's no.
With not a concern.
Correct. All right. All right, Clarence Sexton. Or wait, did I already do this?
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? Is this group 3 now?
That's it for that group. We're on the next group.
Okay. Sir, if you come on. Start with Shannon Washington. All right, Shannon Washington. Oh, I was wrong. I must have read it wrong. Okay. Afternoon, ma'am. Your name and date of birth, please.
Shannon Washington, 10/21/1992.
All right, Ms. Washington, I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario and Ms. Ibrahim in their office to help you on this matter. You've been charged with 1 count for battery. I reviewed the arrest affidavit. I find that there's probable cause. Afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Ryan Diaz-Hernandez.
All right, Mr. Hernandez?
Diaz-Hernandez.
Diaz Hernandez. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, sir. You're the victim in this matter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you like any contact with the defendant?
Early when I called the cop, we have contact.
Okay, can you repeat that for me, please?
Early when I called the cops, we have contact early in the day.
Okay. Are you seeking to be able to have contact with her?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm speaking limited a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay. Is there anything else you need to tell me about contact?
I don't understand
When I say contact, I mean being able to see her, talk to her.
Yeah.
Not contact, no contacto, but communicate.
Yeah.
Sir, Your Honor, I speak Spanish. Do you mind?
So do I, but we can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to inquire of him?
Yes. ¿Quiere algún tipo de contacto con?
No.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
No. Do you want to inquire in English?
Oh, sorry. No, Your Honor. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, just a few questions from the state.
Sure. I may rephrase them when you ask them if he doesn't understand.
Yes, Your Honor. Did you call 911 in this
Yes,
case?
sir. Yes.
And if this were to happen again, would you call 911 again?
But if that happen again, I call 911. If it happen again,
Right.
If happen again, yeah.
Okay. And did she have a history of violence with you?
No, with me.
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
So I found probable cause. I'm gonna set bond. at 1,250. In order, no hostile contact, no drugs, alcohol, okay? And weapons. That's it.
Your Honor, oh, sorry, there's no hostile, sorry. That's fine.
I know what you were going to say. All right.
That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Next date?
Next day, September 24, if still in jail, or October 16, if released.
Okay, so September 24th if you're still in, October 16th if you're released. Okay?
Oh, really?
All right, let's do Norma Cruz Santiago.
Santiago.
At least she needs a Spanish interpreter.
You have a question?
You ready?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Carlos Morales, State Certified Spanish Court Interpreter. The interpreter has been sworn in already today.
Hey, how are you? It's Judge Madrigal. It's 2020 MM 2161.
Got it. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Afternoon, ma'am. Your name and date of birth, please.
Buenas tardes, señora. ¿Cómo se llama usted y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Norma Cruz Santiago, 9 del 9 de 79.
Norma Cruz Santiago, 9979.
All right, Ms. Santiago, you're charged with one count of battery, touching, or striking. I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario and Ms. Ibrahim in their office to represent you.
Señora Santiago, a usted se le acusa de un cargo de agresión, ya sea de tocar o de golpear, y voy a nombrarle al señor Rosario y a la señora Ibrahim. I'm sorry, was it Ibrahim?
Ibrahim, yeah.
Ibrahim, okay. Y a la señora Ibrahim, o sea, a la oficina de ellos para que la representen.
All right. I've reviewed the arrest affidavit and find that there's probable cause for the charge.
He leído la affidavit de arresto y determino que sí existe motivo fundado para la acusación.
I'm going to set your bond at $5,000.
La fianza es de $5,000.
Order no drugs, alcohol.
Le impongo que le está. Sorry.
No contact with the victim. Maintain separate residence with a one-time return with law enforcement.
Le está prohibido el alcohol, las drogas, las armas, prohibido contacto con la víctima, debe vivir en una residencia separada o aparte a la víctima y le permito regresar una vez ahí, pero acompañada de las autoridades.
I think that's it. All right, what's the next date?
September 24, if still in jail, or October 22nd, if released.
Your Honor, may I inquire if there's kids between the victim parties?
Sure.
Ma'am, do you have kids with the?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Gracias, señora.
All right, Deborah Hernandez. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Before we, does anybody else need an interpreter?
No.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Afternoon. What's your name and date of birth?
Yes. Deborah Hernandez,
All right. Your date of birth?
5370.
All right. Ms. Hernandez, I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario, Ms. Ibrahim in their office to represent you or to assist you in this matter. You were picked up on an out-of-county warrant from Lake County on case 2018.
Yeah, I turned myself in this afternoon.
Okay. So the judge in that case held you no bond. I'm going to keep it that way.
He held me on no bond?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Paul Bilodeau. Paul Bilodeau. It's a child support writ.
What's the last name, Your Honor?
Bilodou, B-I-L-O.
Hospital, Judge.
Oh, he's in the hospital?
Yes.
Yes, he's in the hospital.
Oh. All right, we're saving that one.
Wanna reset when available, Judge?
Yes, please. Sorry, I forget to say those. All right, next one I have is Yolinet Vasquez Barbosa.
Judge, this defendant requires
Your
sign
Honor.
language.
Sign language.
Yes.
Yes, this one needs signed.
We sent email, several emails specifying this.
To who? Oh. Next time just CC the judge or judicial admin on it too, just,
I guess we could, Judge. It's not our practice, but when we send the paperwork, we specify, and even
I understand.
early during the day, we specify things like this are special.
Okay. So,
She can't hear, but she can read lips.
can she read my lips?
I don't think she can see you that far.
All right, she's not missing much. So, I mean, you don't get a probable cause here. You get 48 hours by the rule for probable cause. So we can, and I guess this is the initial appearance. She's seeing us.
Would
So
you
let's
like would you like for me to repeat what you say to her?
Yes, please.
I can do it that way if you want me to repeat everything you say.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we wouldn't want
I'm
to.
hold on. Before we start, I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario and Ms. Ibrahim in their office to represent you.
He's going to appoint Mr. Rosario in their office to represent you.
Yeah, Your Honor.
So, let me say it another way.
Appoint the attorney
Okay.
to represent you.
So,
Yes.
here, let me say it another way.
Say yes.
Okay. I'm making them be your lawyer. Okay?
They will be your lawyer.
You have to.
Okay. So, Mr. Rosario or Ms. Ibrahim, how do you guys want to handle this?
It would probably be unjust for her to stay in longer.
Yes, since it will be unjust for her to stay longer at jail.
And if she reappeared for her next appearance, we would ask for a reasonable bond of $500.
Okay, so you were arrested on one count for battery.
You were arrested for battery. You were arrested for battery. Battery. For battery. You were arrested for battery.
For hitting somebody.
For hitting someone.
Oh, thank you. That was very resourceful.
Yes.
Okay. I find probable cause.
You have probable cause.
I'm going to set your,
Probable cause.
I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. Victim's not here, right?
We spoke with the victim, which is also hearing impaired, through hearing impaired line, and she is requesting contact.
Mr. Lentz?
Yes, Your Honor, the state would just ask for no hostile contact.
Okay. So I'm going to order no hostile contact with the victim. And that's,
No hostile contact.
and that's it.
She said, okay.
Okay.
That's it?
Yep. Thank you.
Am I allowed to say something?
What's that?
So I'm not allowed to have no contact with Xiomara Nieves?
No.
No contact? Then why did she broke the rules and I never called the cops?
Ma'am,
You can't, yeah.
hold on.
You can't discuss it.
You have the right to remain silent
She said, okay, she understood it.
Okay. All right, thank you, ma'am. Next date?
Next day, September 24, if still in jail, or October 16, if released.
I have Jocelyn Velasquez.
PD approved.
Name and date of birth, please.
Jacqueline Velasquez, 7278.
All right, Ms. Velasquez, you are here. Well, I'm going to appoint Mr. Rosario and Ms. Abraham in their office to represent you. You are here on two different cases. The first one has 2 counts for possession of cocaine and possession and use of drug paraphernalia. The second one is a 1-count case for driving while your license is suspended or revoked with knowledge. I find probable cause on all charges. On the first case, I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $2,500, count 2 $500, and on the second case at $250. So I'm changing from what was this?
Judge, you're gonna take action on the case she's out on bond with BTR, 20 CT 1922. That's another charge of driving license suspended or revoked.
I'm going to take no action.
Right.
I'm going to take no action on that. No drugs or alcohol or weapons. No operating a motor vehicle without a license. And that's it.
I'm being charged, sir, for a possession of cocaine with no cocaine, or how does that work?
Ma'am, please refrain talking about your case. We'll be in contact with you as soon as possible.
Your attorneys want you to be quiet.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, thank you, ma'am. Next date is
On the 20 CT 2300, next court date is September 24, if still in jail, or October 16, if released.
so your next court date is September 24th or October 16th if you're released. All right. Can we, is anybody other than Paul Mummert left?
We have 2 more.
2 more?
Yeah, Antoinette.
What are the names?
Ortiz
Yes, we have Antoinette Victor.
Antoinette Victor.
Oh.
Ortiz is,
Do we have Clarence Sexton as well? What?
no, we did text.
Okay, I mixed piles.
Ortiz is
Okay.
reset, he's,
Let's do Victor Antonetti first then. Did we already do Landon Sparks as well?
no, he
All right. Someone just do Landon Sparks refused. We'll reset that one again.
Your Honor, he also refused, I believe, yesterday as well.
He did. But I'm gonna just reset it. We'll just. All right. Name and date of birth, sir?
Victor Antonetti, 7/20/81.
All right, Mr. Antonetti, another judge has already found probable cause on your case, or you have 2 cases. No, 1 case, I'm sorry. 1 case, I apologize. Possession of firearm by a convicted felon. Judge Bain has set your bond at $4,000. I'm going to keep it that way. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mixing piles here. Carlos Ortiz.
he's unavailable.
Okay. All right.
Detoxing or self-harm?
I'm not sure what.
Ortiz was a reset.
We'll reset Ortiz. Do you guys want to do Landon Sparks and just get it out of the way?
Last one.
Or did you already do the order on resetting it?
I haven't.
Is a refusal?
Yeah, it's a refusal 2 times already.
Does he have bonds that were already set?
Well, he's out on bond on 2 other cases.
I would just, we'll reset them for tomorrow.
All right, let's just reset them. All right, so the next one I have is Paul Mummert. So can we clear the room
Well, what are we called?
other than Mr. Mummert, please?
One moment.
So Paul Mummert?
We're gonna clear the room for
All right, and then can we clear the room?
Yes, Your Honor. One moment.
Thank you. Do you want me to read the charges?
No, Your Honor. Your Honor, in the meantime, may we, after Mr. Paul, can we recall Ms. Jocelyn Vasquez, please?
Recall her?
Yes, please.
or at least, can we discuss the case of the
Yes.
possession of cocaine? It seems like there is no cocaine in the affidavit.
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Your Honor, ready.
All right, thank you. 1 sec.
And Your Honor, for the earlier case that we had ROR on, I did receive an affidavit alleging the attempted burglary. I don't know if it's too late to recall that as well.
All right, we'll talk about it after this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, afternoon, sir. Your name and date of birth?
Paul Mummert, 11/17/62.
All right, Mr. Mummert, I'm going to appoint these attorneys, Mr. Rosario and Ms. Ibrahim, to represent you on this matter. Well, they and their office to represent you on this matter. All right, they've waived, well, do you waive reading the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we've waived reading the charges against you. A prior judge has already found probable cause. Mr. Rosario or Ms. Ibrahim, do you want to be heard on bond?
Well, we would like to bring,
Let's see if he has a pen.
yes, to seek bond for Mr. Paul Mummert. And Your Honor, the reason is at this point, this case does not arise to the level of proof evident presumption grade. The only evidence here is testimony from the victims regarding an incident that happened allegedly 4 years ago. The defendant has not made any comments nor any opinions on the matter. There is no physical evidence. And for the foregoing reason, and the defense also understands the severity of the charges, we respectfully request a set bond at $25,000 per each count.
Mr. Lance?
Your Honor, given the severity of the charges,
Well, let me ask you, are you seeking bond? Are you?
Your Honor, the state is not, would object to a bond being set. The severity of the charges, the age of the victim, threat to the community, all the foregoing reasons the state would ask for there to be no bond set. If the bond were to be set, the state would be asking for, Your Honor, at least a bond, a reasonable bond in this case would probably be around $250,000. With the two counts combined, $125,000 on each count would be the state's request.
Where, if you're seeking no bond, where's the proof evident presumption grade on this?
And Your Honor, the state would concede that this doesn't rise to the level of proof evident presumption grade. It would just be seeking a bond of around $250,000.
Okay. So I'm gonna set bond, I'm gonna grant a bond, it's gonna be 500,000 on count 1 and 500,000 on count 2. No contact with the victims or any minor children. No drugs, alcohol, firearms. And that's it. All right, thank you, sir. All right. So I don't think we need to bring in. We're talking about Ms. Velasquez.
Yes, Your Honor.
And was the other one Mr. Guy who's attempted burglary? What was his name?
It is Aldana. His name is SB Aldana. The case number is 18 CF29.
The second page, Your Honor.
All right. So, let's. You guys want to try and challenge probable cause?
We would need a moment.
Can we have a moment?
He has a supplemental
That was on
document?
Aldana.
Sure. I can go
Aldana.
ahead and email that to you.
There's two we're gonna do. We're gonna do
Vasquez and Aldana.
Velasquez for y'all.
Oh, sorry, Velasquez, sorry.
Aldana. Well, there was a Vasquez too, and Aldana for Mr. Lenz.
And we're doing Aldana at the moment?
No, we're first. I want to do Velasquez.
Velasquez, yes.
And I just sent the email to
Because I don't have the affidavit, so hopefully in the interim I can get a copy of it.
would you like me to email the affidavit?
Sure.
Do you have an email that works?
I have many emails that work, Mr. Lenz. I'll give you my actual one. ctjudm3@ocnjcc.org. And yes, that's a complicated for no reason email.
I'll just repeat it. It's CTJ.
Yeah, it's court judge, so CT court judge JU, and then your initials, and then how many people are before you. But they thought it was funny to make me 3 because I'm the third. So it's CTJUDM3. So like JA's for
Sounds
example,
official.
CTJA, their initials. If
I
you're
like
a
it.
court admin, you guys have your name with dots.
Yeah.
Much easier. In other circuits have that as well. Don't know. Don't make the rules. All right. So we are recalling case 2020 CF 2628, Jocelyn Velasquez. All right, Mr. Rosario, are you handling argument here or this issue?
My colleague would.
Ms. Ibrahim? Okay.
Your Honor, we would argue the first charge, the probable cause on that. There is no indication in the affidavit that there was actual possession of cocaine. It looks like there was black burnt residue inside of a glass metal pipe, which would then, we would argue that it doesn't rise to the level of possession of cocaine. The paraphernalia would be justified.
Mr. Lenz?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe that there is a case that does state